Hey, hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Mr. Shahir, how are you feeling? Happy Thursday? Wednesday, I mean, of course, Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. All right, we're back. We're live, we're late. We also didn't have a morning time stream. That was planned, that was scheduled. We had a doctor's appointment today, and so that's over. We are. All right, so we're going to say Union Arena. Let's see, Union Arena Nikke. What was this called again? Hold on, wait a second. Maybe I'll find out what this was called. This was called. Boop. Let's see. It was called Goddess of Victory Nikke PC02BT. Is it really called PC02BT? Yes. Let's see. Does it have a better name though? Precious Union Arena Precious. All right, it's called Union Arena Precious. Nikke Precious. All right. And then we'll also say new pricing up hot slabs, pricing up expensive slabs. All right, and we'll say hot breaks. Speaking of which, we finished a break yesterday, but I don't think I paid out the guy who was the consignee for that card. Let me go ahead and hit save. Of course, we also have a great giveaway, but I'm not going to write that in the title this time. We always write that in the title. It's too much. Okay, we're jumping over here. Now, I would have been here sooner. I was actually available pretty fast, but man, I was emailing with PSA. Do you guys remember yesterday? PSA emailed me and they were like, "Oh, you submitted your cards wrong. The holders were wrong," and I was like, "What does that mean?" It turns out they don't want you using Card Saver 2. So I was just spending the last like half hour. Whoa, what the hell? Holy dude. This guy just sent me $2.5 thousand for bulk boxes? How? How much money does he have? Holy dude. This guy probably just bought the next year's worth of bulk boxes from me. Oh my god. Hold on, let me see. Oh my god, he bought like Jesus Christ, dude. This is gonna take months to fulfill. Wow, that's that guy who buys all the bulk boxes. He just really, really likes them. I don't even know what to say. I think he sent me an email too. What did he say? Here he is. Sorry, I got off my train of thought there because of this. Let's see. What's today? It's the 18th. So where's that? I'm not sure how many boxes this covered. I know you said this. Da, 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 da. All right. So let me take this number. Wow, he wants over 50 boxes of these. That's crazy. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess I've got to put some bulk in some boxes. That's great. I wonder what he does with them. He's got to be making money off of them. I can't imagine he's just some guy who just likes some cards. He's got to be selling them or something. That's got to be the explanation for it. It doesn't make sense any other way. All right. Well, I'll just go ahead and get back to this. So, as I was saying, PSA is telling me now you're not allowed to use Card Saver 2. Do you know what Card Saver 2 is? Give me a second. It's these guys, the exact card saver we use. So PSA was saying, "Oh, it's all about Card Saver 1 now." Hey, what's up, Alexis? Are you going to make me pack the book boxes? You could if you want. You could if you want. I've been packing them myself the whole time. I kind of pack them up here after or at the beginning of a stream. I do it before the stream starts. That actually is one of the reasons why we don't stream sooner. So let me go ahead and open up my iPad. How's it going, Miss Alexis? How's you're in your new home, right? Is that right? You're in your new home? How's life going? All right, let's go ahead and do this. All right, we're gonna pause this. Who's here? Another day, another mystery stream. Congrats, Alexis. Oh, okay. He's just said congrats. She probably did say she's in her house. I finally got an address. I'm moving into the house. Nice. So are you further away or are you closer? I bet you're a little bit further away. Is that right? What's it like? Have you been in the house yet? That's a pretty good time period when you get into the home. You know, that feeling is a pretty good feeling. We got new Nikke. I'm gonna get the camera. Yeah, they're like $10 a pack. They're like crazy expensive for some reason. So I already did the math on them. They will be under Union Arena. I'll put them down here under other card sets, I guess. So we'll say Nikke, Precious, and They cost $10. I believe there's 10 in the box, so the box is $100. I better double check this real fast. So apparently these are just really expensive for some reason. Arena Nikke Precious. All right, let's take a quick look at this. Box. I can take my Wednesdays to do that. I can take my Wednesdays to do that. Do what? Oh, make the bulk boxes. Actually, I was thinking what we should do is, so Monday, Friday can be the shipping days, and so on Wednesday, I think what we'll have you do is we'll do a special project where we'll just clean up the basement. You can take as much time as you want and get paid as much as you want, and just sort of get it all super organized and clean down there, so it just looks really nice down there. So it's really just like cardboard boxes and a bit of bubble wrap and stuff. I was thinking of asking you to do that on Wednesdays for a couple of Wednesdays. Probably only take like 2 or 3 Wednesdays, depending on how long you want to do it. So okay, so hold on, let me take a quick look. So we want the cheapest ones, obviously, and here they are. All right. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty close to $10 a pack. It could have been 11 actually. Let me see. How much does the oh, these are all coming from Japan. There's an import fee. I paid the import fee on the one I bought. So hold on, let me try this with the import fee. I think it does come out to 11. It does. Okay, so these are $11 a pack right off the get-go. That kind of sucks. So we'll put it under the other card sets menu, but we're also going to come over here to the Union Arena menu and put it there because it's a Union Arena product. Okay. Give me a second. So it's going to say Japanese. Nikke Precious. $11. Very good. Let's go ahead and remove this. We're setting up a new product in the menu, guys. All right, so the Nikke Precious is in the menu under Union Arena and under the main menu in other card sets. Finally, we got to put it into the shop now, don't we? All right, we're going to jump over to products. Let's see, add new products. So, further just a tad, actually closer to your house than mine, but further from town. Oh, okay. Hello, sir. You got to have us come over and see it sometime. It'll be fun. We'll do a little housewarming gift or maybe like a casserole or something. Okay, so new product name. This can say Union Arena Nikke Precious. Actually, the way I would really set this up, I'd set this up as Nikke Precious. Then it would say Union Arena. Then it would say JP for Japanese. And then in the description, same deal. I'd say 10 packs per box. All right. Regular price is $11. Just setting this up here, guys. Just setting it up. Come on in, smash the like button real fast. There we go. We just published a new product to the website. So it should be findable on the website. Oh, and we need to pin the website, don't we, in the chat? We are. Oh, this Nikke set is the Valentine's set. The hits are the girls in maid outfits, unique only to these cards. Oh, there's got to be something going on because when he came to me, the seller is a guy I've been working with for like 3 years now. When he came to me, he said, "Okay, we got these new Union Arena Nikke cards," and he's like, "Here's the price." It was like this eye-watering price. I was like, "This only ever happens when the product's popular." So it's got to be popular in Japan or something. Let's see. Miss Alexis says, bet because I've wanted to, but always run out of time after shipping. Well, there you go. So what we'll do, we'll call Wednesdays like Cleanup Wednesday or something, and you can come over and just clean some boxes. And what we'll do is we'll aim for the basement to look really nice. And I think what we'd like to do is maybe a little renovation in that room, maybe move some shelves around or something, or just start cleaning it all out. All right, Sarah's the keyword for the giveaway. Welcome, guys. I'm here. I'm late, but I am here. I made it. There we go. Yes, so I was fighting with PSA today over email. They were emailing back and forth with me, and I was yapping their ear off. You guys know how I do it. I talk for like a million miles an hour, so I was typing them whole paragraphs. But I was explaining to them that they should not punish people who want to use Card Saver 2 instead of Card Saver 1, right? So you all know Card Saver 1. It's basically one of these, but it's smaller. A Card Saver 1 is smaller than this. And that's a big deal. There's a problem with that. In fact, I've always warned people not to use Card Saver 1. I'm somebody who grades a lot more than the average person. I do middleman grading for others, so I get other people's money to send their cards off to grade. That means the volume of cards that I handle is much higher. I also grade many of my own cards, just thousands of cards, just unbelievable amounts. And here's the problem. Card Saver 1 works for a variety of cards, including maybe like modern Pokemon and modern Japanese Pokemon. It works fine. But there's so many cards that it doesn't work for. Because it's smaller, it's actually tighter. Like the edges of the walls are closer to the center, and it's a tighter holder. And this is actually a huge problem for any card that is about to have its corner rubbed and then a chip forms. I know this because I've used them so much. You don't think I used Card Saver 1? I used Card Saver 1 in my first year of grading, and the first few times that a Topps card was ruined or a vintage Pokemon card was ruined by Card Saver 1, I said, oh, I'm done with these. That's what happened. So the decision was made a long time ago. We don't use Card Saver 1. We use Card Saver 2, right? Like the window, the lip here is smaller for like a Topps card. So you start putting that edge of the Topps card in there and the lip's just biting it, and then you get a little piece of paint chips off the Topps card. Boom, you just lost a 10. You just went from a 9 to an 8 or a 10 to a 9, which is catastrophic. So all the way back then, I learned Card Saver 1 is too tight. Anyway, so PSA now is telling you you have to submit your cards as Card Saver 1. How crazy is this? So, but I talked to them for a while in email, and they said they're currently not actually fining people for using something other than Card Saver 1. I said, that's very good because you're going to lose a lot of business when you start doing that. I think it's obvious that they're very used to taking cards out of card savers, but they don't put millions of cards into card savers, so they don't have the experience to know Card Saver 1s are not that great. They're probably good for like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Card Saver 1's probably perfect for Yu-Gi-Oh, but for, you know, like Topps Pokemon, for example, it's a disaster. Anything that's Topps Chrome, hell no. You shouldn't be forcing Topps Chrome into a Card Saver 1. It's just too small. So anyways, that's why we were late. Can you put Card Saver 1 into Card Saver 2? Yes, I think you probably could because it's smaller. Red Hood in a maid with the melted chocolate bikini top, very classy. The big hits are the most popular girls. Most are long dead in the story, but still so popular they made the bulk of the sales. Mr. My Mega Venusaur to PSA, and it came back at 10. Oh, nice. Masaki Gengar just sold for 110,000. Hey, Alexis, did you hear that? I don't know if she's still here. Sometimes she pops in and out. Alexis, check this out. This card right here just sold for 110,000. Record sale on this. What do you think of that? I imagine they actually cut the card saver to open it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just cut it open to get the card out. And they also don't slide it in when they're actually submitting the card. I'm here, Law. Check it out, Alexis. So there's a new record-breaking sale on this card, PSA 10 Masaki Gengar. He has a record-breaking sale of 110,000. Pretty good. We got to get you more Pokemon cards, Miss Alexis. What did I pay for this? So check it out, Alexis. Here's what's cool about the card. Here's what I paid for it. Back in 2022, I paid $12,000 for this card. So just about 4 years ago, I paid $12,000. And now 4 years later, I guess there's a record-breaking sale of 110,000 on the same card. So there you go. It makes me look kind of like a genius, but I don't feel like a genius. I'm just some nerdy-ass guy who collects Pokemon cards and plays video games. So I don't know. Turns out there's a lot of us out there who like video games and Pokemon cards. So I guess I'm pretty lucky. But yeah, Pokemon cards are hitting some pretty phenomenal prices. They might fall back down later in a year or two to lower prices. But after that, I'm expecting it to just keep going up slowly. Did you see the Ken Golden meltdown? I did not. Bad time to want to do a first grading submission. Mister, I'm here. Oh, hey, I've got a card for you that you might like. Now, it might be too cheap for you, but check this out. We're going to host a little breaky-wakey on this in a minute. You might want to jump into it. It's not a very expensive break, but it's called Entei Hollow. Pretty cool, huh? So that's pretty fun. So CS-Men, my Gyarados are for sale. Ooh. So these are for sale now. I'm doing 10,000 on this one and 5,000. Not mess with you. They're not for sale. We priced up some pricier slabs, Mr. CS-Men. Now, there's still a lot more to price up, so we're not done. But I know you're somebody looking for pricey cards, so you might be interested in them. Let's see if I can find them on the table. 30th anniversary on the horizon. Now it's going to be another year or two till it calms down. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like in a year or so, I would expect it to slow down a bit. Okay, here's Quip's drawing, by the way. Alexis, you got to become an artist and draw some cards for us, okay? You want to do that? Here's Dark Porygon. I want to see an Alexis Pokemon card, one she drew. So here's Houndoom and Dark Porygon. I'm going to hop out. I took a break from packing. Have a nice night, Miss Alexis. We'll see you on Friday. Ooh, so there's two, Houndoom and Dark Porygon. Let's see. Ooh, Big Money Bowman. We're still running the Psyduck. He's still going. Here's a Cool Fish for 160, first edition. Here's Pichu for 800 and Pichu for 580. So here's a tale of two Pichus. This one's kind of nice. We're still pricing some up, but what's going on is we're pulling out some cards that aren't normally for sale. Here's a Light Flareon for 550. Here's a vintage Jigglypuff Squirtle deck for $30, 1 out of 10 odds. Firo for 220, that's pretty cool. This Lord of the Rings Topps Chrome for 400. Why are we selling all of a sudden, mister? The nice cards. Well, think of it like this, CS-Men. I'm still buying lots of cards. I have a huge amount of them, and I just think there's a lot of hype right now, and so I'm selling some cards during probably an exciting time period. Think of it like this. So there's going to be all this hype for Pokemon, and then what? I don't have anything for sale. It's just a bad look. You got to have something nice for sale. So I'm trying to get some stuff out here that'll satisfy your Pokemon urges while you're out there shopping for Pokemon. You know, this would be a poor time to not have anything in stock, because then someone else is going to sell you some nice-looking cards. Look at this Shaman. That's the trade Shaman. All right, nothing crazy in this round, although we're still doing the Mega Nidoking, which, by the way, might be undervalued at this point. So he's being broken for just $4,000. That is likely undervalued. Just letting you know. I think we have a $19,000 card somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. So here's Poliwrath for 420. Here's a Venusaur Altart. Ah, here we go. So there's one that I don't expect most people to be able to afford. Now, I think that the PSA copy of this Dragonite is $50,000. So we got a very serious card for $19,000, and that's a real offer. Sometimes I put up expensive cards, and it's just a joke. That's a real offer on that one. Here's Poliwrath, $19,000 Dragonite, Venusaur, and Haunter. So there's a couple more, and we've got more to price. So there's more to price. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I don't think he'll sell just because he's so pricey. I think to sell him, I'll need to send him off to the PSA vault. All right, I'll drop something like a stick figure collection in my life. You could do stuff like that. You know, Alexis, if you're good at drawing anything, it doesn't have to be Pokemon. We do have the ability to encapsulate the drawing. So if you were just good at painting or drawing, because it turns out it's a skill you had, I'm considering the Houndoom, but I want to see the rest. Yeah, let me show you some more cards that need to be priced. Ow. That sucks. All right, here we go. So we got Pikachu, Gyarados, we got Beedrill, we got Squarepants, we got Sabrina Psyduck. Here's Shining Tyranitar. Now, he might still be saved for a break. Birthday Pikachu, Snorlax, Mantine, Pikachu. Hey there, mister. Been a while. I have a few things with you. I think 2 or 3 slabs, little and small. I'm in Canada. Which shipping option should I choose? Hey, what's up, Dave? How's it going? Now, when you say you've had some stuff over here for a while, you don't mean like a year and a half or anything like that, right? What do you mean by been here for a while? So if you're in Canada, the most common price for shipping is $40. Most people can get all their stuff shipped out for $40. So if you have an unusually heavy amount, then they'll be $80. But most of the time, 40 will do it. Here's Shining Tyrant, and that's USD. Here's Light Dragonite, and here's a Giovanni 8. Ooh, this poker card. I don't know. I'm on the fence on the poker card. I think a lot of people are waiting for this Dark Slow King. He might be a little extra pricey. And then here's a Detective Pichu, here's Moltres, and here is a Quillfish and a Garchomp Giratina. All right. Midterms in 3 weeks. Midterms already? Wow. Crazy, man. Forgot how fast school moves. All right, we'll put that back down there. So there's some stuff we still have to price. All right, let's see. Let's jump over here. I made some money today. This guy came in and bought like over 50 bulk boxes. He knows I don't even have the bulk for that. He says, I'll wait. Isn't that crazy? Mr. The Light Dragonite price. Yeah, let's take a quick look at the Light Dragonite. Where'd he go? Is he at the back? All right, so obviously a lot of people might want to collect a Neo 4 Dragonite. Neo 4, that's From Light to Darkness. In English, it's known as Neo Destiny. We'd like to see how this card has done over time. We want to see its trajectory a little bit. Oops, come on now. Neo 4 is a very cool set. I've been collecting it for a while. All right. Oh, wait, we got to type this in right. We should do a break on the Detective Pikachu. Yeah, well, we can't do any more breaks until the current ones end. That's kind of how that works. All right, so I just needed to look at that. It looks like I used to have 3 of them. And this is going to say Light Dragonite Japanese. Hi, Patrick. All right. Ooh, this is very interesting. Now I don't know what to think about it. Now that we're actually trying to price it, I don't know what to think because there's only one for sale, which makes it very impossible to restock it. Let me check sold maybe. All right, all right. So it looks like somebody gobbled them all up off the market even very recently. I don't actually know what to do. So there's one for sale. It's overpriced. And yet, there's this feeling like once it's gone, it's gone. All right, I'll have to think about it. Give me downsize, mister. You have a lot. Yeah, I know I have a lot. I'll need a minute to think about it, okay? I don't know what to think about it. The card's going through a rapid price change as we speak. I can offer it as a red label no matter what, but let me look at Mr. Alan Voudon. 1 box of Nikke Precious. Okay, so let's try this out, guys. This new Nikke set is here. Take your time, mister. Wonder what to do in this scenario. I like that Dragonite. He's a cool Dragonite, and I was just looking for stuff to potentially price up for you guys during the Logan Paul hype. And Dragonite's always done pretty well over the years. I thought there'd be more than just one for sale. You know, back in the day when I would go hunting for that for that light Dragonite, there was always like 10 of them on the market. How can there only be one? That's crazy. I'll slap away your pair of sandals for 19,000. That's actually a pretty good amount of money for a pair of sandals. Probably not a good idea. But what I'd like to do, actually, I don't know. Maybe I should let somebody buy them from me. Maybe that's what you do with something like that. Because if I just keep it to myself, it never gets shown off anywhere. I think it's a fun thing to show off. I like it because it shows my extreme poverty that I started from. But I would like to put them in a display case. I think that'd be really fun. I'll put them in a display case and put them on a shelf somewhere. I think that'd be really fun. 110 for the Nikke box. Sent an order on ZELLE. All right, let's see. What we got? Yes, 110. Okay, booty cheeks. All hollow, is that right? The whole packet is... Okay, so the whole pack is hollow. So that's like what he said. He mentioned that these are a premium set. He mentioned these are premium. But I'm going to put the hollows to the side. And we'll sleeve up this. So if you end up not wanting the hollows, you can trade them away. That's the new thing on this channel. You can trade away what you don't want. Whoa. PCSR? Whoa. That looks like it might have been a hit, but I don't know. Okay, I don't even know about these textured cards. Are they all worth sleeving? Now, you're going to get one per box, aren't or one per pack, aren't you? Okay, so there's a certain premium feeling to these because of the texturing and because of them all being hollow. Here's a starter bid on the sandals. If the sandals sold for even over $100, I would be very honored by that because it's a very fun thing. So there's your star card. All right, this is Union Arena. Star cards are a higher value. You've got Pilgrim Star. Okay. Here's little hearts in the background on this one. Oh man, this is about to sell really fast, I suspect. We are. We'll treat those commons, hollows as regular commons. Can't wait to see what the new star cards look like. Here we are. Ooh. And, all right, so there was one star card in the box. So we're going to treat these on the right as standard hollows. These are more like EXs or SRs from One Piece. And so these have a little more value. I'm assuming the value on these ultimately is less than $1, but we're going to sleeve them up for you. These will be unsleeved. You can get rid of these in a trade. Okay, you can use those as trade fodder. All right, that's Alan. Of course, you can keep them too. Some people just want to keep them. Alan Voudon. Mr. Alan, what did we do with you last? So weird. A part of me says you have a box, but I don't see a box. So you must have just a regular bag in here. Let me set Miss Alexandra to the side. Aha! All right. I have a strong feeling these are about to sell out pretty fast. The hollow and texture on these cards are nice. Kind of a small set, only 85 cards. Mister, let me know if that Entei break goes off. I want in. If you want, so the Entei break, it's a pretty small break, actually. Let me think about it for a second. So I was going to say you can send in like $40 ahead of time to make sure you get in there if you'd like. Divided by 40. It's not exactly a very large break, but yeah, you could, if you want to send in ahead of time. Yes. All right, let me jump over here. Hit save on this. We're going to hit save on this. We're going to make an edit over here. Let's see. It looks like the last time I ordered was January 17th last year. At that time, I don't think we were doing a 1-year limit for international. Oh, right. International doesn't have a 1-year limit. I'd like to point this out. So when you're international, if you're buying from me and you're putting slabs into the slab boxes, I don't really mark them as being international. So I think that that's a very important thing to have me start marking on the back of your slabs. Now, if your slabs have just expired in January, I highly doubt that they would have been touched. So I'm pretty sure they're there. I usually do not like touching people's slabs because the slabs are more valuable than just some ungraded cards. So they're very, very likely there. Yo, let me edit this. Okay. Update this. But it brings up a really good point. It brings up a point that when it comes to international cards, I actually have to know they're international, and we don't mark them. So your bag can get marked international, but your slabs don't get marked international. And without that marking, I have no way to know not to touch them. I would have to look up your address. So that's an important detail. My only gripe with the original Nikke UA was the black box that censored half the card. These ones look a lot better. All right, I'm going to do some work now. Have a nice night, Mr. CS Man. I'll take the Dragonite for $190. Man, yeah, I wish. He's very affordable, about $190. All right, we're jumping back over here to orders. So new product line is in, guys. Let's go ahead and start taking care of everybody's order. We have Miss Natalie Parker. She says 3 packs of Destined Rivals. I believe we're getting more Destined Rivals now, everybody. Bear with me. I don't know if I need a new case for the Destined Rivals. I know I have a fresh case, but I don't know if I need a new case. So I'm going to go hunting around for some Destined Rivals. All right, we did in fact just open a fresh booster bundle for Destined Rivals. And so this is going to trigger a restock because I'm not trying to lower my holdings on that. Let's see. Weird. So there's one here for an unusually low price. That doesn't make sense. I don't trust it. Let's try this. Okay. So we're just examining how cheaply we can get a pack of these, right? So let me try this. Divided by 36. That is $17. What? And then let's try this one. Oh, Build Battle deck box. That's why that one was so cheap. Probably categorized wrong. Okay, booster bundles are still the way to go for Destined Rivals. And then we're going to jump over here. All right, we're going to, if you'll bear with me, we're restocking Destined Rivals. I don't want to lower my holdings of Destined Rivals. It's easily one of my best favorite sets. All right. And we're going to click on this. Mr. No, not allowed to raise prices. Well, I didn't say we were raising prices. I just said that we're restocking it. Now, we're going to recalculate it after the restock, and the price might go up or the price might go down. You never know. And both things can happen. It just depends on whatever it is today. Generally, over time, it goes up. So over time, it probably goes up. But this might be the same price. We just got to figure out in a second here. All right, so the restock's coming in. And now to take a look at the price. Oops. Divided by 25, divided by 6. It says 12.9. And what's our price? It's probably, our price is probably 12, isn't it? Is our price 12 on these? Destined Rivals 12. So, you know, I'm probably, yeah, we're going to move it to 13. This is one of my favorite sets. So we are going to move it by $1. This could kill the amount of orders we get on that product. So, you know, what happens if a product gets too expensive, it gets diverted to other products, right? Other products that haven't undergone a price change. We are. But I really like the set. I think it is probably going to keep moving up. You know what's really cool about it? I really like the hollows in this set. You know, there's something to be said about a set that has really good hollows. This set has a Misty's Gyarados, an Ethan's Typhlosion, and a Rocket's Tyranitar all in the hollows. And it's got like Rocket's Zapdos, Rocket's Articuno. I mean, it's just got really good hollows. So this is a kind of set that I'm paying close attention to. I like Prismatic too. That set's pretty cool, but man, Destined Rivals is kind of, it's kind of one of my favorite sets right now. I don't say that all the time, but you know, I'd rather have a lot of that than necessarily Prismatic. Prismatic's good too. I'm just blabbering on. We got to get her cards open, and let's jump over here now. I'm kind of a big fan and don't want to run out of it. All right. Thank you, guys. How's it going today? New day, new Nikke set. They just reprinted Destined Rivals, but the booster boxes have gone up. That's good that they've reprinted it. It keeps the price lower. You know, if they had not reprinted it, I bet you this booster pack price would already be at like 15, right? But instead it's at a lower price. So if they had not reprinted these would be even more expensive. They are over a year old now. Or are they? I don't remember. When exactly did these come out? Does anyone remember? I don't remember the launch date for these. I know it's about a year old, though. And, yeah, when a set's a year old, they don't have as many reprints. Came out last year, half a year old. Came out in May. Okay, May. And we're currently in February. So March, April, May. So we're about 3 months away from this being a year old. We are. tossing that. Easily one of the best sets out there, guys. One of the best. I'm hoarding it. I like it. There we go. I like this set the way I liked Cosmic Eclipse back in the day. Just has a great feel to it. 2, 3. Here you go, Miss Natalie. Thanks for the order. Where does the time go? Yeah, I know. All right, am I missing any important messages? Looks like I'm on top of it all. Okay, good. How's it going, guys? Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. We're 30 minutes into the stream now. We're officially in full swing. How is it going? It's a hot time to be collecting Pokemon. Somebody told me there was a record sale on Masaki Gengar of 110,000. What do you guys think of that? That's pretty good. Here we are. Here's Skarmory. See, look at it. Look at this Tyranitar, man. I love this card. Absolutely lovely. Any set that can pull holographic Tyranitar, Team Rocket's Tyranitar, is a good set to me. I'll hold this set for 10 years if I have to. I want to see where it's at in 10 years. Natalie, only hollows. Oops. Here, let's sleeve up your Tyranitar. He's a hit in my book. Look, there's a Team Rocket Articuno. It's cool stuff, right? Pokemon Go's got that going for them. Pokemon Go's another set where the hollows are just weirdly good. And that's going to really play out 20 years from now. When people are opening this set, they're going to be like, ooh, yeah. Natalie. Oh, yeah, we put you far away. Here we go. All right. Thank you. We're getting a new doggy after our old one died. Any $500 booster boxes to open? $500 booster boxes. Maybe. What would that have to be? That'd be like 36 times like 13 or something? 12? 36 times 12. 36 times 13. You could do 36 packs of Destined Rivals. We just opened a fresh booster bundle case. So we just opened a fresh case of them. And that means, hey, maybe you strike a hit. That's about 500 for 36 packs. Here's Matthew. He says a box of Nikke Precious. Okay, so Nikke Precious, new on the menu. My son and I decided to master set Destined Rivals. Here we are. That's fun. Destined Rivals. I never really do master sets personally. I just kind of play with whatever I'm playing with. You know what I mean? The market's healthy and thriving. Yeah, man, collecting's a big deal. I heard that McDonald's is announcing a McDonald's collection. Did you guys hear that? You know what's crazy about that? I'm sitting on some McDonald's cards right now. When the Minecraft movie came out, they released like a collection of Minecraft figurines, and they came with additional cards. Ooh. And so you would get a figurine and a card. And I have a whole case of those. And so I've got like these weird Minecraft McDonald's cards that I never opened for you guys. My intention was to sell them to you guys, but I never did. I'm not. It's healthy. Finding products is still hard. Oops. I think he means I'm not sure if it's healthy. We'll add a picture to the post when I get home later. Rebel Clash is a good $500 card, or $500. I think I was going to say card set. I'm trying to finish your sentence for you. All right. Items received at the PSA vault. Ooh, something has arrived. Oh, that's right. I'm no longer receiving cards to my home. I receive like 1 or 2 cards here and there. But nowadays, in order to keep the value of my home low, I'm just sending my cards off to PSA vault. That means when I buy new cards, you guys never get to see them. They just get immediately locked up. What? I don't know how to feel about that. It's kind of, it kind of goes against the feeling of collecting, but I don't worry about it because I'm a long-term planner here. And so I may withdraw them from the vault at some point. Yeah, what do we got? Yo, we've got PCSR, Precious SR, is that what it is? And, aha, here we go. The same exact girl as last time. All right. I heard she's a bop. What if one day PSA Vault says, sorry, someone stole everything in the email. Would you sue? Well, I don't think I'd have to because they claim to be fully insured. There goes Matthew Rodriguez. All right, Matthew with an MAT. Let's see. People buying out whole boxes of this. It is. So you got a big fat bag in here, Matthew. I'm going to start you a second bag, okay? You got 2 bags now. You'll want to tell me that when you ship. Dylan said he sent a message in Discord for an order. Yeah, I saw that you had $106 show up, I think. There it is. All right. Rodriguez. So I figured there would probably be a message in there waiting for me. Number 2. That 1 star last sold for 55. Wow. Crazy. Pretty cool. All right, Edward Cornelio, who says Naruto tops. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Naruto. Oh, before we go any further, there is somebody who needs some store credit. So I can't be skipping this. This has to be done. Jimmy Therese is owed some store credit. We sold a $50 Alakazam for him. It went for $50. So step number 1, I must go to the Consignment Slabs channel, which is in here. How much more to ship 2 bags? The beauty of having a lot to ship is it doesn't cost anything more. It costs exactly the same price as usual. We take your consignment slabs and we get them sold. Oop, these gotta get removed. Hold on. If you guys want me to sell a slab for you, let me know. All right, let's see. We're looking for Alakazam. Here he is. We're gonna say Alakazam sold. And he needs to be paid out. All right, there it goes. What's the consignment fee? So we sell your card at full buy it now value, and we do 74% for the consignment. So whatever it sells for, you're getting 74% of it. You know, it should just be 75% to make it simple. So we should just do 75%. Let's stick to 75. And then that amount lowers if you want to cash out at 69%, okay? So you start out at 75 if you want to use S-Store credit. It's a pretty convenient way to dump out some cards. You know, I notice what people tend to do, they take some cards that could be trickier to sell, and they send them over to me to try and get them sold. And then once they're in my hands, you don't have any more work to do. I just do it for you. So we just sold that for Jimmy Therese, and now he's got a chunk of money waiting for him, which he can come in here and spend immediately. All right, and you know, it's nice in other sort of sneaky ways. Like, so when you sell a card and turn it into store credit, it never becomes really kind of a taxable event for you. It's a taxable event for me, but not for you. Ooh, Edward Cornelio picking up bushy brows jealousy. Haha. Since it effectively feels like a trade on your side, right? Like if your card turns into store credit and then that store credit turns into another card, you never did anything financially. I did when I accepted a payment for the card, so I'll be taxed on that. Now, let's see. The End of Tears. Here's Genin Takedown and Kakashi Hatake. Is that the censored Nikke set? Censored? Never heard of a censored Nikke set. Here you go, Mr. Edward. Bushy Brows Jealousy. I'll take another top loader here. But don't send top loaders to PSA. They'll get mad. PSA wants you to only use Card Saver 1s now. What do you guys think of that? That's ridiculous. Card Saver 1 is terrible. In fact, Card Saver 1 is terrible for exactly like cards like this. Cards like this should only go into a top loader or into Card Saver size 2 because you don't want to end up damaging the card when you're shoving it into the holder. All right. It's also Pokemon Day on the 27th, so I think Best Buy and GameStop are going to hand out Pokemon Day cards. Ooh. What's the consignment fee? How much to ship 2 bags? Let's see. The 1 star sold for 55. So we're done with Mr. Edward. Thank you, Mr. Edward. We're jumping over here now. Click. Boop, 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 boop. Doop doop doopy, but doop it doop boo. Yeah, PSA getting stupid because it holds a monopoly. Going to avoid them for a while, to be honest. All right, so I want to hand something out here. This is the ZELLE giveaway. So, is there anyone else to add to this who has not been added? Natalie Parker, is she on? Basically, if you're buying using ZELLE rather than PayPal or any other method, you get to go on to this giveaway. Natalie Parker, you're going on? Ow. Okay. Matthew Rodriguez, I think he's already on here, right? Up here. Okay, good. And anyone else? Nicholas Williams, Joshua Ramos. Trying to get everybody on here if I can. Yep. Alan Doan. All right, so this is going off. The ZELLE giveaway is going off right now. This is just a thank you for using ZELLE. That's all it is. It's going to land on 9. Who's 9? Kayla Taylor. All right, Kayla Taylor. Is she watching? Let me go into the breaks history. I want to put this one into the breaks history because otherwise you won't know what happened with it. Okay, breaks history. Kayla Taylor wins the ZELLE giveaway. All right. She's been really busy. She was the one who got all those Harry Potter cards sold, man. She was opening a ton of those, and then other people started saying, hey, I'll try those. Sweet. Yes, I'm here. Hey, look at that, Kayla. So you're getting this just because of ZELLE. With the ZELLE, I don't have to pay any kind of processing fees. ZELLE is 0 processing fees. Compare that to PayPal. That takes a whopping 3%. Doesn't sound like much, but it's like every $1,000 is like, what would that be, 30 bucks? You know, it adds up. And so we can give away a free little card like this when people use ZELLE because it's probably worth about 30, 40 bucks. So there you go. Okay, that's what we do. That's how we give it back. There we go. Okay, and that also means we get to pick out a new ZELLE slab. So let's pick out a new ZELLE slab. Just gonna grab a chunk from down here. Squidward, that'd be funny. How about Squidward? Yeah, let's do a Squidward slab. That's fun. I think it's better than Kakuna No Rarity. Let's do this guy. All right. All right. Grab this. There we go. So this will be the next ZELLE giveaway. I think it's actually kind of nicer than the Duraludon. You know, the Duraludon was just a common card, but it happened to be drawn by Shinji Kanda, and I know there's not going to be a Japanese holographic version of it, so that's why I graded it. But this card's actually from, you know, Magic the Gathering's specialty sets. And so he actually has immediately more value as a raw card, and he's already encapsulated. So that's going to say ZELLE on it. And if you're using ZELLE, you're going to make it on here simply by placing a ZELLE order. That's all you have to do. All right. I ZELLed Monday, first time. Ooh, nice. So let me put you on this one. Sorry about that. I might not have seen that, but let's see. You were over here. I guess if it rolled 9, you were going to miss either way. But you said on Monday? When was Monday? Trying to set you up here. Tell me what name to look for. Is it John A. Vasquez? It's John A. Vasquez. So let me put you on here. All right, there you go. So you made it onto the next one. Okay, good. Who makes Card Saver 1? Might be a contract deal to force people into using them. No, that doesn't really make sense because if that was true, Card Saver 2 would be fine. Actually, here, PSA just responded. Let's see. Thanks for reaching out. We appreciate your communication. Oh, wait. Is this the actual response? I think they just gave me kind of like a generic answer. Let's see. Oh, okay. This was sent 3 hours ago. So what's the latest one? Oh, here it is. Thank you for your feedback. We understand how valuable our customers' collections are and strive to address any concerns. I assure you your message will be shared with the appropriate team. Please note top loaders can also be used for thicker cards. The standard dimensions requirement is applied to normal size card due to the equipment used by PSA when other sizes are used. Processing such as imaging must be done manually, which may cause a delay. That's kind of scary even. The idea that they're automating your cards in those tiny little card savers, I don't know. Let me go ahead and mark this unread. I'm going to mark that unread. So they clearly prefer top saver or card saver 1 because they have some kind of machine doing something. You got a robot response. No, I got a real response. Let's see. Card saver 1s. Does PSA specifically say card saver 1? Yes, so they're mad at me because I used this guy, which is considered a card saver 2. It's a larger card saver. That's what you should be using. Don't listen to PSA. When you're taking a card and you're shoving it into these pieces of plastic, the card saver 1 is smaller and requires more force, and it has these tight little edges where it's like your card is scraping as it gets pushed down into the holder. Now, this causes 2 problems. The top of the card is taking too much pressure. That's problem number 1. It's not like you can't use them, but I'm just saying for some cards that are very delicate, you don't want that extra pressure. But number 2, the other problem is when you look at a card, very often the problem on the back of a card is something wrong with one of these corners. When it comes to really expensive cards, like cards from the XY era, vintage Pokemon cards, they were printed in a way where if you just rub these corners a little bit, they have a chance of chipping. And now your PSA 10 is a PSA 9. Why would anyone want to do that? Just so that what? They can take a picture faster? That's retarded. So, yeah, their policy is very bad. I would give, if they complain about if you send cards in a card saver 2, that's this size, and they complain about it, let them know how angry you are that they're doing that, because it's very stupid. They basically warned me they're going to fine me for using them. And it's like, I wouldn't use anything else. There's nothing better than this. I like top loaders sometimes, but even those aren't necessary for like square cut tops cards. But if you have like a thick tops card, that's not bad. But I tend to use like a sandwich method, so that's what I do for those. And then there's nothing finer than this for your cards. It's spacious. The reason they designed it is because it's spacious enough for you to get your card in there without damaging it. That's what's so valuable about these. Who cares about, oh, well, if you send it to us in a card saver 2, our machine can't cut it out anymore. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? Why don't you just make a machine that does card saver 2? Free ones. That is wild. I sent a box of top-loaded cards to CGC today, no issue. Doesn't PSA have enough money to accommodate different card savers? That's concerning from PSA, especially after they just raised the prices. Yeah, it's crazy. All right. English Destined Rivals, please keep bulk and shipping. All right, so you would like to keep your bulk and have me ship it out. That's 6 of these. Who am I shipping this to? Shipping address sent in Discord. Oh, okay, give me a minute. Who is this for? Is this Mr. Chad? Oh, this is for Mr. Chad. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you have it. They raised their prices? Yeah. PSA prices are crazy right now, man. They're super high. Let me have a sip of my drink. What's the pop of that light Flareon? Population 60. All right. Ready? Something is fishy. Raise price again. Demand special semi-hard cases. They get sent in. Look, I'm all for PSA designing a system that allows them to grade our cards faster. I think that that's great. But their system should be designed from what the customer wants. And, you know, if you can make a machine that does card saver 1s, you can make a machine that does card saver 2s. And card saver 2s are, without any doubt, the superior holder. I know this from like years of doing this. Here's Zeraora Hydrapple. All right, go. That's right. Tag grading is looking better and better. Well, we could also start up doing some CGC grading. You know, tag grading is more of a small company. CGC is the real competitor to PSA. You know, CGC, they do 500,000 in a month. 500,000 submissions. 500,000 card grades in a month. Did I say it? Is it a month? I think it's a month. I don't remember the amount. So CGC is PSA's only true competitor. That's it. And they're a pretty serious company. I think they always have been. Robska. CGC has real numbers. Yeah, CGC has pretty serious volume going on. Tag is kind of a new upcomer kind of company. They're cool. I like them. Tag's very good to me. Well, they've been nice to me. I don't know if I could say really nice to me. Like they're pretty. I guess it's pretty normal actually. So let's see. We're looking for Mr. Chad stuff. I think you're over here. All right, let's get this ready to go. So we got Chad bag number 1. Chad bag number 2. All right, Chad, I'm going to be cool and ship you this bulk this time. We don't generally accept that, though, when it comes to the bulk. The reason we don't do that is because you're adding all this extra weight to the shipment. But I don't think it's going to matter in your case. You're going to get a bigger shipment anyways. So we're going to need a heavy label for your bag. All right. Imagine the poopy storm if PSA pauses all non-sports grading. They have enough money to do that. Tag Masaki Gengar sold for 90K. Wow. Somebody told me that Masaki Gengar just sold for 110,000. Is that right? Can anyone prove that or not prove that? I mean, back that up. Can anyone confirm that? There we go. Let's grab this. Is this going to be large enough, though? I don't think that's large enough. Let's test this out. You ready? Well, Mr. Chad, this is exciting. I think this is his first time shipping. So it fits these two. Will it fit this baggie? Maybe it will. Yes, that was me. It's true. All right, I don't like that. So your stuff is just large enough to not fit in here. It's that damn book. Let me grab this box. Damn you, book. All right, we'll grab these. And we'll grab this. Okay. Let's see. Confirmed $110,000 sale via Poke Color in China. Wait, did they buy it or did they sell it? Wow, Pokemon's making people a fortune right now. I can't believe how well I've done. I bought that Gengar for $12,000. All right, we're logging back in here. How do you keep the cards from coming out of the bags during shipping? Just packing it really well. When we ship Pokemon cards, our strategy is to use lots of bubble wrap. So we like to wrap everything up real nice and snug. One of the things that's really important for us during shipping is that we handle the cards very gently, but we also just fill it up with a lot of protection. And then we like to use square boxes. We don't like to use bubble mailers. Some people use bubble mailers. Not us. So we need to find your email. Give me a minute here, guys. We're getting his email. I could have sworn you should have an email in here. Let's see. Have you ordered on the website before? Hold on. A BGS Black Label only sold for $70,000. Hard to believe a PSA 10 sold for even more than that when they go for $20K on average. Well, that's because the price is changing. The price is going under price change. Yeah, the guy who, you said somebody's got a Black Label? Well, I'm confused. A Black Label Masaki Gengar, is that what you're saying? One of those exists? All right. There you go. I can message it to you. Have no fear. I've already got it. I found it. So we've got your address that you provided in Discord. And then we've got the email that I found from the website. And now we're hitting print. How nice is that? Oh, except it's updated. Oh, my God. It's going to recalculate the price. Oh, my God. The software's terrible, dude. It's recalculating the price because it's no longer mail pickup for Wednesday. Would you like us to set the date for Thursday? Recalculating price. $11,000 sale on November 11th. According to price charting, I'll look into it. Okay, hold on. Here's the pack split. Be sure to jump into that, guys. Here's the Heartbreak. That's getting close. Here's the Rare Candy. That has a long way to go, but I recommend it. Here's the Computer Science. Oh, I'm kidding. The Commission Slab break. This is Tammy's Commission Slab, Jiggly Puff Squirtle deck. Let's go ahead and find out how rare this is so you guys can appreciate it. You guys need to know how rare this is. All right, you ready? population 73. Ta-da! There you go. All right, so that's Pop 73, and now we can hit print on this label. I got 3 spots now. I jumped into the pack split again. Nice. Oh, why is my printer doing this? It's printing 2 labels. It shouldn't do that. Well, it's not printing 2. One of them's being a blank label. There's some alignment problem going on. Okay, that's done. Let me jump back to orders. So, who is next? Probably going to be you. Okay, we're cleaning this up. Important tax documentation. Your order has been processed. Ah, here it is, the Coinbase order. Speaking of Coinbase, let me jump into my Coinbase account. And we are going to do some sales. Okay. All right. You guys think Bitcoin's going to go back up? What's the price on Bitcoin today? It probably will, I guess. Oh, Bitcoin's down to 66. So Bitcoin, it had like a bounce. Immediately after the crash brought it down to like 64,000. It bounced back up all the way to like 70. And now it's back down to 66. So the bottom has not been found. All right, so back over here, we just received a $106 order. And you would like going in for 1 more spot in the pack split and 3 Pokey Shuffles. The remaining balance of 50 to my store credit card of 49. $99 total. Well, thank you very much. You made that very easy. So here's Dylan Cranfield. And I tell you what, we're going to give you a bonus $1 because I like round numbers. So you're going to just have a flat 100. Okay? So you get, because I'm autistic and I have to have round numbers. So there you go. So you have $100 and 1 spot in the shuffle. Here you go. Oh, that's not the right card. I think it will go up over time, but there are better investments. Yeah, that might be how a lot of people feel. Okay, Mr. Dylan, so nice to have you back. There we go. Here's the jumbo slab, the pack split. There's the pack split. 2 years of pain, then we'll pump again. The 4-year cycle is like clockwork. I'm short right now. Yeah, I think some of the things that are perhaps most existential or scary, in other words, for Bitcoin are problems like a changing narrative about Bitcoin's story, you know. I think that whole Epstein stuff, with him knowing the founders and giving the money and all that, anything that guy touches is like nuclear waste. You know, anything he associates with, very bad. And there's so many competing cryptos. So it makes you wonder, is like, why Bitcoin in particular? Why not, you know, Ethereum or something? All right, so 3 Pokey Shuffles. Let's get that. Ah, the Pokey Shuffles were going wild the other night. I like round numbers too. I'm also autistic. 1, 2, 3. How many spots left? Let's count it up. Let's find out what this is, and then let's count up those pack split spots. Okay, so that's cold. Nothing crazy jumping out of there. Look at this, guys. Look at all these cards that have come out of the Pokey Shuffles. Actually, this also shows you how popular the Pokey Shuffle is. Like, holy. I didn't load these from, you know, the bulk pile into here. These actually came out of the main portion of the box. Pretty wild. Now, let's grab this pack split. Here's the pack split. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people in the pack split right now. That means there's 4 spots remaining. All right. BGS offer VHS grading. Yeah, I've seen that before. I've seen that. It's pretty bizarre, actually. Items received at the PSA vault. My staff Tyranitar, which I bought like 6 of those because I like them so much. Okay. You've sold some Bitcoin. All right. And now we're jumping over here. Mr. David Cram. Hey, 4 Pokey Shuffles. Mr. chatted earlier might have a small bag just over a year now. Mr. David Cram, a small bag just over a year. We're going to go looking for it. I find old VHS still wrapped. Maybe I should send it in. Oh, you've got some VHS worth grading. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so David, we'll be looking for your bag then. You said it's a small bag. Ooh. And you say it's just over a year? That's not a good situation because the bags we tend to get rid of first are small ones. So those just go bye-bye. We make them go bye-bye because they don't have anything in them. So let's take a quick look, though, because it might still be alive. Danny, David, Damien, Darwin, David Velez, DDB. Okay. Let's try box number 2. David Desharna, Dewante, David Ma, David Capistrand, Dallas Willis, David Morales, Dallas, Daniel. Ha! Now that's not a small bag. You're being very modest. That's a little nicely sized bag. Your stuff's still here. You're all good, but you do need to ship it out, or you need to pay $5 to reset the bag's age. So let's see what we got here. Got a couple hollows in here. Got a little Flareon. That's kind of cool. Got a little Wooloo. Got a little Vileplume. Got some of these. Ren and Stimpy. All right, there you go. That's your bag. Now, this is an old expired bag. And what needs to happen is it needs to be shipped out or it needs to be renewed, one or the other. Okay. Shipping is $9 in the U.S. There we go. What's the pack split right now? The pack split. I tell you what, so you just made a purchase of $20. We'll just be okay with that. Does that sound good, Mr. David? You just did a $20 order. So we'll count that as a renew. So that'll be $226 on this now, all right? All right, we're all good. Over a year, were you in a coma? The Disney ones are expensive AF, the VHS. Ooh. So here's Mr. Adam Moondorf. Hey, look at all these familiar names, man. Can I do 2 Destined bills? And can I also ship? I don't want to forget to ship like I think I did once. I don't buy cards like I used to. No problem. All right, Mr. Adam. Adam, are you saying you have some cards over here? Adam Moondorf, right there. All right. You don't buy them like you used to. You got to go nuts, Mr. Adam. Little round of shipping. Let's see. I just got ignored. What did he say? So he said, what's the pack split right now? Oh, the pack split is this guy right here. He's at 7. Here we are. All right. I didn't ignore. You got to do my job for a day. You'll see what it's like. It's tricky. You're trying to do like 3 things at once, and your brain is only capable of handling so much processing. There's sort of like it's like the one-man band kind of feeling. So my brain was more concerned about a missing bag or like a expired bag, whereas the pack split is something I can answer anytime. Here we are, Pyram Ape. Let's see. Not heard of that one. I've got a sealed card capture Sakura. Thanks, mister. No problem, Mr. David Cram. All right, Adam Moondorf. My address is blah, 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 blah. Let's get him a label. Okay, looks like it's still the same as before. No, it's not the same as before. Okay, you need a new address. So let's start out by going into and deleting the old address. Very important. Mr. Adam. I wish you'd hang out more, Mr. Adam. What keeps you from hanging out with us? Let's jump over here. You know, each night I cry because I don't know where Adam Moondorf has gone. I say, where did Adam Moondorf go? What's the best cheese for grilled cheese? I've never liked grilled cheese. Can I say that? I've never liked it, and I don't like the tomato soup either. It shouldn't even be considered a soup. How's tomato soup considered? It's like calling onion soup soup. It's like, is it really soup though? All right, so we got the new address now. Oh, that's the old address as well. So wait a second. Let me reread your message. Okay, so you've got a new address that you've shared in the PayPal message. So you'll want to update your PayPal, just to let you know that, in case you use your PayPal for other things with other people. So you don't want to end up in a situation where it's a wrong address scenario. And now I've got the new address that you want, and I'm grabbing your email from PayPal. So we're all good. I'm glad you communicated that to me. We want to make sure this goes to the right place. Let's see. We'll accept this. Very good. Let's see what you guys are saying. Any cheese, smoked Gouda, goat cheese. I don't deal blackjack anymore, so the liquid funds for cards isn't as flowing. Oh, you used to deal blackjack. That's so cool, man. You know, when I was younger, I worked at Target, and there was this girl. Her name was Danielle. Is that how you say it? Danielle? Danielle. Yeah, it's a boy's name that's a girl's name, so it's always tricky. And she was such a hard worker, but she was a bit older than me. You are. So there was no. I always appreciate a girl who works really hard, but she was a bit out of my age range. But I liked her a lot because she was smart, hardworking. She had a lot of integrity, you could tell. She was one of those people where it's like, you have to do things the right way because that's the way it's done. I'm that way. I've got that personality. And so I related to that. And she was really into cards. So in the break room, it was her and a couple other people would play this card game every single day, like super consistently. And she would deal. And here's the craziest part. She eventually gets hired at a casino. So she puts in her, because I'm still working at Target, like a year later, she puts in her resignation because she's going to get paid more to deal cards at the casino. That's so cool. I think that those are actually very neat jobs. I don't think they pay super well, right? I don't think blackjack dealer pays a ton, right? Although I don't know, maybe it depends on where. Maybe it depends on like what level. But I've heard blackjack dealers get paid pretty normal incomes. I'm here now, mister. You don't have to be sad anymore. Oh, you're here. We can do the giveaway now. Okay, hold on. Wait, where's the giveaway? Wait, where'd it go, actually? Legitimately, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. All right. All right, type in Sarah for the Sarah Does a Baby giveaway. It's the tip for dealers. Yes, yeah, the tips. She, well, you know, briefly, she worked at the casino and at Target at the same time. So she was telling us all about it. It was so cool. She showed us the little vest she wears, and she showed, like, you know, she would actually shuffle the cards on the table. It was like, it was cool stuff, man. And I never really considered doing that kind of job myself, but look at me now. I'm basically a card handler. I'm not a card dealer like a blackjack dealer, but I touch cards all day long. So we got Cody going in. Cody gets into a lot of these because he's so consistent. And as a result of his consistency, even though he doesn't win every time, he has won quite a few of these giveaways. He's just really consistent. Every time there's a giveaway, he's here and he gets into the giveaway. Here's Woodley Bears. Woodley Bears. There's a name I don't recognize. Nice to meet you, Miss Woodley Bears. There we go. Number 9. Yeah, I liked her. She was cool, man. It's fun meeting someone in life who kind of thinks the same way you do. That's how I remember her. And here's Nicholas Pacheco. Ooh. Oop. All right. Mister, you're a pimp. Don't sell yourself short. I'm a pimp? Nah, I'm a glorified McDonald's takeout order handler, cashier. I'll take 2 hamburgers, 3 fries, and a milkshake. How's that any different from, I'll take 6 destined rivals? You know what I'm saying? It's almost the same thing. But the difference is the quality of the product that you handle. So I handle really expensive product. The people who work at McDonald's handle like 5-cent fries that sell for like $2. So I'm a glorified McDonald's cashier, but we're working with expensive product. All right, let's see what we got next. I'll win one day, not going to stop trying. Nice, dude. Put the fries in the bag. Yeah, that's right. If I ever get too snooty, arrogant, full of myself, hot air, boring, just say this in chat. Say, put the cards in the bag, bro. And see if you can trigger me, maybe. All right, so here's Mr. Brett. All right, Brett, he says, a Topps Donkey Kong box break. Oh, that's a break that's getting very close, guys. Here you go, Mr. Brett. That's a very cool one. All right. I think you pulled the Alakazam last night, by the way. I forgot to mention that. You pulled that Alakazam. That was a consignment break. Ripping packs doesn't break my fast, but food keeps you alive. Cardboard doesn't. That's true. Cardboard keeps my soul alive, so that's a different kind of thing. You can't just eat and sleep in life. You got to have a third thing. Let's see. Aha. I mean, you could just eat and sleep, but you know who else does nothing but eat and sleep? People who live in prison. So you got to have a third thing that makes life, gives you the joie de vivre, or whatever the term is. All right, it's got to have a little spark of life, a little enjoyment. So that's 7. We're up to 7 out of 10. Did I say that right? Joie de vivre? Might have said that right. I don't know if I said that right. It's such a goofy term. French. Just kidding. One secret menu, NBA Panini Mosaic Blaster Box. Ooh, 2 live customs and 4 Poke Shuffles and, whoa, a prismatic SPC Eevee. Wow. So, the top's Donkey Kong's up to 7. There's only 3 spots left on Donkey Kong. Nacho Libre? No, that's not Nacho Libre. That's some kind of French term that means like the taste of life or something. Okay. But I heard it from a cartoon. That's how I learned about the word. I thought it was very funny. I believe that is this thing right here. Okay, and then 4 Poke Shuffles and 2 live customs. Let's start with the live customs. Mister, what's your favorite color? If I had to choose a favorite color, it'd probably be red. Oops. Red's been my favorite color for a really long time. Black just contrasts with red. That's all it is. So we got 1, 2. Another one of my favorite colors, I'd say, is black and white, which sounds odd, but it's the contrast between them that I enjoy. So I don't like the color white in particular. What? That's so nice. Look at that. I don't like the color white in particular or the color black in particular, but when they're together, that's cool. That's cool. They have like a perfect contrast, like yes and no, or like 1 and 0, you know what I mean? True and false. So black and white together, very cool. Yeah, but red is very, I like red. I think the color red kind of is like an angry color. That's why I like it so much. So let's put this up here. Boop. All right. And get you 4 Poke Shuffles. It's very energetic, you know, it's like passionate. It's like passionate. All right, we got a 1, 2, 3, and we got a 1, 2, 3, 4. Anger's a kind of passion, isn't it? Ha-ha! That says Rayquaza on it. You're going to do well in a second here. All right, well, we got Rayquaza, baby. Ugh. Oh, my God, this box is heavy. That's why me and my wife together, black and white, go good together. What? What are you talking about, bro? Okay. Oh, here we go. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. So you've got Tag Team All-Stars, Rayquaza. And I'm really surprised this one didn't sell right away on the table. This Rayquaza is actually a Sun and Moon era artwork. So it's pretty old at this point. You'll notice on the label that is from 2019. So we take a look real fast. That's 2019 right there. You see that? Look at that. Doesn't that look great? Fantastic. So that was only $65, which is, in my opinion, really cheap for a 10 anything. But of all things, it's a Rayquaza. Like, so weird. Anyways, people didn't pounce on that one, and now it's in that box, and you've got it. Pretty solid. They did a study about the color red. Boxers who wear red kind of almost always win if it goes to decision. Huh, weird. Maybe because the judge perceives them as the more like the more competitive or ambitious one. Yeah, I've always liked the color red. But to me, it's not like, oh, love is in the air. You know, it's not like the color of a rose or anything. It's like pure rage is the color of red. That's why red's so good. And it's just such a like strong color. It's a really strong color. All right, let's put this into your bag, which is in your box, which is over here. Wait, let's wait until this is open. All right, haha. So let's get this open, and then we got to go get that Eevee. Pure rage. Anger's an interesting thing, because sometimes you think of anger as sort of like a negative thing in life. But anger's not necessarily only a bad thing. Anger's like let's say something's going wrong. Anger helps you change it. Anger's a motivator. It's like frustration. Anger allows you to get out of your comfort zone. It allows you to focus on change. So anger is really powerful for achievement. If you want to achieve something, you could get into like a really angry mood and be like, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. You know what I mean? You can get all jacked up, you know, like you're on the roids or something. It's a powerful emotion. It's a motivator. And it's not as motivating. It's not motivating in a sort of soft sense, like when you see a sexy woman and you're like, hey, what you doing? Hoochie mama? You know, that's motivating too, but that's a different feeling. That's sort of like desire. But anger's like, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to change this. But some people have really toxic anger, which is kind of different, where they're just sort of self-destructing, which is not as good. Or like abusive, or, you know, maybe like that guy at that hockey game. But you can be angry because you see like your bookshelf is out of order. You're like, those books need to be fixed. They can't be like that. It's not acceptable. You know, so there's very different kinds of angers. Here we are. Ooh, what you got here? Naz? So anger's a powerful thing, and I think the color red probably is the best representation of anger. Here's Talon. Here's Jaquez. Jamie. Anger's like when Jesus threw over the tables in the shop where they were selling stuff. He was like, hell no, not in the house of the Lord or something like that. You know what I mean? So like there's righteous anger, I think. So yeah, that's what I mean. There's like different kinds of anger, and it's really fascinating when you think about it. So we got Naz, Jabari, Pascal, and Talon. But your rookies are Jamie Jaquez and Maxwell Lewis. Anger can also make you catch some charges. Not me. I've never been in trouble, and I never will be in trouble. Oh, this is numbered. 215 out of 299. Not me. I've never been in a serious kind of situation where anger took over. But, you know, I think some guys have trouble with that. I'm stone cold. All right. I think the dumber you are, the more likely you are to let your anger control you. That's a bad situation. You got to be in control of your anger. But anger, the emotion anger itself is so powerful for getting work done. You'd be like, oh, this is messy. That's unacceptable. And then you just get to work and fix it all. You know what I'm saying? Or this is all getting done today. It's passion. It's a kind of passion. And anger is passionate. But there are guys who like, you know, it gets bad when it's sort of like egotistical, you know, when it's like an attack on the identity or attack on the self-esteem. And then you go, I have to fix this attack on my self-esteem, you know, and that would be like, you know, you feel disrespected. That's when a guy goes up and like hits you or something. Or like if a guy feels like he's losing control of something. So, you know, obviously anger drives you to be in control of something, but there's some things you just can't control. Like you can't control people, for example. People just got to be whatever they choose to be. And so if you've accepted that, and I've accepted that a long time ago, mainly because I had kind of a controlling mom. My mom was a controlling type. So you have to accept that you can't control people and that they'll just be the way that they want to be. But then anger can still be a great motivator, like I said, as long as it's not toxic. Here it is, look at that. All right. I used to fight a lot when I was younger, so when I grew up, I trained to MMA, but had a back problem. Yeah, I've got a sensitive back for sure myself. Here's Jason Tatum. Ooh. I wish Jesus would turn my water into wine. Hell yeah, dude. I don't know. They say wine's bad for you now. You think Jesus would have still done that today? Maybe he would have been like, well, the research shows. You know what I'm saying? Well, back then when they were writing the Bible, they didn't know all that, huh? And then Jesus turned the powder into fentanyl. Yeah, if they wrote the Bible today, the water into wine wouldn't be a story. It's too bizarre sounding. And then Jesus turned the water into whiskey. What? So they could all get drunk together. It's great. Here's James Harden. It was written in its time period. Here we go. Ooh. I just like it when I'm passionate at work and curse my manager says not to curse. You better not be cursing, boy. You better shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding. Here you are. Hey, we only use family-friendly language in here. Here's Jason Tatum. Ooh, he's got a big head in this one. Jesus did what? Stop it. It was a true story. Yeah, that's right. Hey. Then he walked on water. Then he turned 10 loaves of fishes into 1,000,000 loaves. And then Jonah was swallowed by a whale and spit up later. And it's a true story. It really happened. Definitely wasn't just something that they made up and that no one could disprove because there were no cameras or technology back then. It happened once back then. It never happened again. Here's Trey Murphy. Ooh, Trey Murphy. Here's James Harden. Here's Dante. Here's Josh Giddey. Here's Bogdan Bogdanovic. Whoa! I'm loving this name. Bogdan Bogdanovic. That's like if my name was Derek Derrickson. All right. Son of myself. When are we making Harry Potter religion? I'm in the Hufflepuff. I'm a Hufflepuff. I'm in Hufflepuff. Here's Tyrese. Hello, Tyrese. I have to get a spinal fusion in a couple months. What? No, bro. You should just save that money and buy more Pokemon. There you go. Let's see. Jesus did what? Jesus and Logan Paul turned the ocean into Prime. That's right. All right, here's Paolo, Terrence. And Jesus said, Mother, it is not my time. But he listened to Mother Mary anyways and turned the water into white claws. Here's that's what the Bible would sound like if it was written in our time. And then you can kind of hear how silly it kind of is. And then he turned the water into white claws. Here's Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't know how to say his name. I'm still in my 30s. Make sure to take care of your back, guys. Yeah, that's serious stuff. If you're a young man listening to this stream and they say, look out for your back, they are so serious, dude. You have no idea how bad it is to be in your 30s. It doesn't happen while you're in your 18s or 20s or whatever, but in your 30s, if you treated your back wrong, it actually wears out like a Kleenex. You know, every time you sneeze into a Kleenex, it gets weaker. Your back works that way. Every time you use it, it gets weaker. So if you lift with your back a bunch, when you hit 30, you'll be like disabled. And they don't tell you that in enough graphic detail, by the way. So they do not warn us well enough when we're young men. They don't warn us well enough. Certainly the corporation that makes you use your back that way, or the military, doesn't warn you enough. Basically, your back is a one-time use material where you wear it out, okay? It gets worn every time you use it. And then one day, in your 30s, you can no longer twist. You can no longer properly bend over. You can barely climb out of bed without a back injury occurring, where your back has been injured because you moved too much. So that's what happens if you don't take care of your back in your 18s and 20s, which is when everyone wants you to use your back. Hey, man, get up here, carry this thing up here. You tell them, get your union labor rights, and tell them, hell no, bro. I was pretty, I was pretty spunky when I was younger. I was like, look what I can lift, right? So I like to work really fast and impress everybody. And now looking back on that, I'm like, dude, you're the dumbest guy. You should have worked slow, and you should have protected your back the whole time. That's what you should have done. All right, there we have it. That's a whole box of the Mosaic Blasters and a pretty interesting conversation about a lot of different things. Mr. Brett, we still got to get you an Eevee. Rode and raced bicycles in my 20s, so just my butt is ruined. What? They do the opposite. You're young. You got this. Devin Larratt probably has one of the most messed up physics from arm wrestling. Bro has T-Rex arms that don't fold out. Weird. Yeah, when you're young, you feel like you can use your back and like there's nothing wrong. But quietly, what's going on, every time you misuse it, you're actually wearing it down. So every time you misuse your back, like you lift more than your human body evolved to lift, every time you do that, you're wearing it out. And you see this happen with bodybuilders and all sorts of people, but especially laborers. And then one day, your back is like ruined. You've spent it all, and you're only in your 30s. It's not good. It's not good. All right, let me go get this Eevee. Be right back. All right, here we are. One Eevee. Whew. We got on a conversation about creaky backs somehow, and I bet you half the guys in here totally relate to this conversation. Okay, let's get this open. Step in this. Lift with your upper back in a twisting motion for a glimpse of Valhalla. Here. Karis had a back injury like one time, and she was so shocked by it, she couldn't believe it. And she was like, this is what you go through? I was like, yes. She like slept in a bad position, and then moved too suddenly, and she had like a, you know, she like threw her back down. It lasted like 3 days, and she's like, it's like being paralyzed. I was like, that's why I complain when my back hurts. All right, come on now. There we go. Whoa. All right. There we go. My posture is terrible. No! All right, so this is exactly how this card looked as we opened it. My God. We care a lot about this Eevee. We want it to grade 10. Did you see the mayor of New York wanted to tax the rich more? Yeah, I saw that. All right, so let's see. You're talking about Mom Donnie. Oh, this one's really good. You might have a shot. Okay, check out the front, everybody. Check out the front. This is Brett Love's card. The front's looking like it's got good centering here. Flip it around. I'm seeing good centering on this side. Now flip it on the back, and let's check out the corners. So we're doing a free pre-grade on this product. Good. Now this one, not perfect, but pretty close. Not perfect. So you got 2 half dots on the back. I would call this one 9.5. It's got a shot. That's the closest one you've received so far. All right, that's the closest one you've received so far. All right. Put that towards tag. I'll send the money. You want to send it off to tag? All right, you got it. I would love to see this take a 10, but it could be very close, okay? But the centering is so clean, it might help it. Good luck, Mr. Brett. So hard to get a 10 on this Eevee, it appears. Okay. I'm going to throw these away. And I'm going to put a T on this. Yeah. See, we like Card Saver 2. It's nice and wide, and so there's not too much pressure on the edge of the card. Card Saver 1 is tiny. And so when you have a card that's got, you know, it's just on the edge of turning into a 10, and you got to cram it in there, I don't like that. I think that contributes toward a further decline in the structural integrity of the corner and the you know, the chipped corner. So you're actually putting more pressure on it than's necessary. I'll take a bacchiotomy. I train in ground fighting. No need to stand. I said stay fit, not break records. Ronnie pushed the limit. Oh, Ronnie, isn't he that black guy who, like, he's disabled below the waist or almost or something like that? I'm trying to remember who you're talking about. I feel like I recognize that name. There's this black guy. He's like a bodybuilder. And he was so ambitious, right? He was getting so huge. And then he, like, blew his back out lifting a weight that was too heavy. And then he still works out, but he's, like, sort of disabled below the waist. Terrible. And, you know, a lot of those bodybuilders, they do end up with injuries and stuff. Watch A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. So is that out right now? And that's like a Game of Thrones kind of thing? He crushed his lower lumbar from lifting such a... I knew I recognized his name. That's so sad, dude. You hate to see that. Yeah, that's him. Oh, you just hate to see that. I think a lot of guys find his story fascinating, like it draws our attention, because he's like, you know, he flew too close to the sun, you know? And but he also lived to tell the tale, so he's still alive. Like, it didn't kill him; it just disabled him. Yeah, that's sad. You hate to hear that. We should talk about the real athletes, like Bad Lad Chuck. Yeah. Does anyone think that guy's going to have kidney problems later or anything like that? Bad Lad, that can't be good. Diabetes, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe I can compete with them. You guys hear me chugging over here. I get thirsty. When I start talking a lot, I start drinking a lot. Didn't he say he only regrets not doing more? Sounds like a gunshot. Well, you know, he says what he's got to say, but it is sad. It is a depressing story. It is. Humans have limits. Like, I'm not meant to lift 1,000 pounds of anything. There's a limit to what's a healthy amount of weight to lift for your body, for your back. All right. So, Dust School. Look at that Dust School. Oh, yeah. If I could do it all over again, if I could work at Target and Coca-Cola and Sears and Sam's Club all over again, every time something's too heavy, I wouldn't ambitiously lift it on my own. I would go get help like a giant pussy. But you know what? My back would probably be a lot better right now. That's probably the truth. So my 30s would be a much better just because I didn't work so hard. And that's the thing to do, guys. That's my strong and objective and unwavering advice, because it's so obvious. You're getting paid like, they give you such a drip of the money that the business makes for you to ruin your body. It's just outrageous, dude. They do not care. Businesses are, they're feisty, dude. Businesses, they do not care. They just negotiate to get as much as they can from you. That's all they really are into. Most businesses, I don't know about small businesses. Like if you want to come work for me, I'll actually talk and think like a human. But I'm talking like corporate businesses. They do not care. Maybe like a small mom and pop shop, they probably care, but they're like, you are just an ant in the anthill. Get back to work. You know what I mean? Here's Ursaluna Umbreon. All right, so we're opening Prismatic, the Dark Souls of Pokemon card sets. The worst set to open. It's the hardest set to open, where your name has to be Sarah Dusenberry to pull SIRs. Let's see. Come on. We got Great Tusk. Here's a little Eevee. Ooh. Hey, Mr. Hope all is well. Do I still have a Gyarados side with you? Hey, how's it going, Mr. Anonymous 12971? Your actual name is Coeli, but now your name is Anonymous, so it's very hard for me to remember that. Is that right? And I actually don't know. Did we make a deal for store credit for that? Like first, didn't you like get that from me in a trade, and then didn't you offer it back in another trade? I'm pretty sure that's what happened. All right, here's Max Rod. Ooh. All right. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure we did that. There was some kind of trade. Here it is. Applin. Low Punny Master Ball. Wait a second. I'm putting these in the wrong pile now. You got a Master Ball Low Punny. Whoa, it was all worth it now. Kind of Pokemon, Batman. Here's Applin. Yeah, I don't remember 100% either. Here we are. You will learn with age to take care of your back. Yeah. Here's Whimsicott and Atticus. Ooh, Atticus. How's life going, Mr. Coeli? You had a baby, right? How's the baby? Is it like gaga goo goo? Here's Buddy Puffin. I'm trying to have a baby. Here's Shaman. We went to the doctor today because we're getting ready to have a baby. There we go. All right. He's almost 3 now. It hasn't been 3 years. No way. 3 years? There's no way it's been 3 years. Oh my God. There's no way it's been 3 years. That's insanity. You had the baby 3 years ago. Because before that point, you were kind of buying more cards over here. And then you slowed down and you were going to have a baby. And you're saying it's been 3 years since then? That's impossible. That's crazy talk. Maybe you mean it's been like 2.5 years or something. Even that's easier to like comprehend. That's wild, dude. It's been 3 years. That's wild, dude. Man. All right. Kirsten and I have been trying to have a baby, but she has trouble with getting pregnant, and so we're doing IVF. And it's been really interesting. I like the scientific concept of IVF. Is really fascinating to someone like me. And we've got like 12 embryos that are like alive and just like in stasis. How crazy is that? Isn't that weird? It's like a loaded gun. It's like, hey, if you put this into a uterus, it'll turn into you. You know what I mean? So weird. The whole concept of it. Just 12 embryos. And we were talking to the doctor today, and he was like, oh, they're super healthy. And I was like, oh, man, that's so strange. Like, they're not actually babies, but they could be one if they were just implanted into a uterus. Isn't that weird? I've never had anything like that in life, and I don't think it's a normal thing that everyone experiences. All right, Brett, we're creating a fresh bag for all this. You've got that Eevee now. You got a couple Master Balls. Did you want to see those Master Balls again? Let me just show this before I put it away, because I like to show it off. So you got Shaman Master Ball, and you've got Low Punny Master Ball, and you've got... There was one more, was there not? Wasn't there one more? Maybe not. Maybe that was the pull. Okay, so Shaman and Low Punny Master Balls. Pretty cool. You also got those 2 poker cards, right? Olu and, what's his name? Here it is. Mini TCC incoming. It's pretty crazy to think that we're that advanced now as a civilization. I was learning about artificial wombs and how we already have a pretty powerful artificial womb structure, but it doesn't do the first stages of conception and all that stuff. So it can't do the earliest stages yet. And just imagine a future, guys, where you jerk off into a machine and it goes, it sucks away your junk, and then it just puts it in a like a test tube thing, and then your baby just sort of like, just like forms like a, I don't know, like some video game creature or some lab rat, some sort of artificial womb, just takes your junk and someone else's egg, and whoop, now you get a baby. And there was no pregnancy at all. If we ever get to that stage, you know how many people are going to do that? So many people are going to choose, if they can afford it, which probably they will be able to afford it, but so many people are going to choose to do that just because pregnancy is so unpleasant. That's always been the part of the issue, is pregnancy. It's difficult, it's painful, your body goes through all these changes that some ladies don't like it. It's tough, right? A lot of weight gain and stuff like that. And it's dangerous. You could actually have a heart attack from pregnancy. Your heart is beating for two people. And so now you can get like an artificial womb. It just does all the work. Like, that sound effect was vivid. Yeah, I know it was vivid. Thank you, Mr. Brett. But so whenever they invent that artificial womb, whenever it gets to that last stage where it's actually operating, it's going to be a whole new world. A whole new world. All right. We're all done with that. Thank you, Mr. Brett. Not the sound effect. Would love to trade some cards towards slabs or breaks. Yeah, so you actually have a ton of stuff. Let me just see who else is in the queue, because they've been waiting a while now. So we have Mr. Jaded next, and he's been waiting 32 minutes. So let me focus on him, but you've got a lot to trade. So that sounds like a very good idea. Jaded says, I want to donate my Megazord for the gym break battles. Let's set him free. Your Megazord for gym break. What? What are you talking about here, Jaded? So Jaded's order is actually a donation. For what? For the gym break battles. Donate my Megazord. Is it a card or is it a slab? Yes, sir. Can you check to see if I have anything else just in case after the stream, please? Yes, I'd be happy to check for you, okay? Let's see. This guy? Nah, come on. You're not donating the Charizard. Well, I can at least sell it for you. You want me to sell it for you and turn it into store credit? You just want to give it up? Here it is. Donate to me. What? This guy pulls a Mega Charizard Altart and he just wants to donate it as what, a gym break? Want to see him battle. Oh, I hear you. He's talking about the gym breaks battle decks that you can build. Oh, that's super cool. Okay, I got you. We are. Put this back up here. So what happens then? Well, that's deck number 2. I know what he's talking about. He wants this in here, guys. So this is deck number 3, and we're still building it, and I don't advertise it enough. And so now that we got a pretty serious card in there, we're going to start advertising it. This is Gym Deck 3. All right. Peeling this guy out. All right. Aha. And this shall be known as Jaded's Mega Charizard. So when you pull this card out of here, it was Mr. Jaded who put it in there. All right, just like that. Check it out. So we have a Austin Albert, a Nicholas Pacheco, and a Jaded card in there. See? So you can see who put the card in there. It's actually really cool because it puts you guys in control on what the deck looks like. That's what's going on. That's actually so cool. This is insane. I was ready on PayPal to buy it. I think that art is one of the coolest artworks. Yeah, that's actually super cool. So deck number 3 needs more contributions before it can start being used. You guys build the deck out of your donations toward the deck, and you can make it really funny. You can basically design the deck. And then once it has enough cards in it, we begin to use it. But right now, there's just 3 cards in it. We're using deck number 2. That deck's like a year old. It's pretty old. So, like, you've seen deck 2 a lot. Here it is. Let's see. So here is the old deck. And you have seen the same cards over and over again for a while. But look at how it's generally designed. There's typically a trainer card or 2. There's some hollows. typically somebody will donate something cool, so that becomes the top card. So right now, the strongest card in this deck is the Charizard, which means when you pull it, it's going to be super impressive because it's like, ooh, Charizard's out, you win. You know what I mean? Or the other person might be like, oh, darn it, I lose. All right, so we know it's Jaded's because it's got his name on it. That's how they work. So we know who's got what in here. And cool, man. Well, thank you very much. And I'll actually promote this a lot more. Okay, so when you guys are opening some cards, if you see a card that you don't want, or you got a card and you know it's not going to grade 10, so that you know you're not worried about, oh, I need to grade this, feel free to toss it in that deck to make the deck cool. All right, what we got here? We've got a SpongeBob 9 for $100 freaking dollars. Here's a Vulpix 3.5. Here's a Slitherwing for $35. Here is Sandslash 10 for $170. And here is Sudowoodo 10 for $30. Hello, chat. Hope everyone's doing okay. Hey, what's up, man? All right. What else is going on? Did I get another message from PayPal? Not PayPal, I'm sorry, from PSA. It was lit up again, like they sent me another message. Like I haven't responded to them. Weird, okay, so maybe I marked it unread. Maybe that's what happened. I bet I marked it unread. All right, so we'll just leave that alone for now. Okay. Now we have an order from Nicholas Lloyd. Hey, what's up, Nicholas? Shipping, slabs only. Sent you an email with the new shipping address. All right, slabs only, Nicholas Lloyd. How many spots left on Team Rocket Break? 4 spots on Team Rocket Break. $41 per spot, everybody. Hey, what's up, Junie? Your pack prices are downright abysmal. What? No. All right, let's jump in here. So you said you had a new shipping address. Here you go. Let's see. Christopher Floyd, Nicholas Lloyd. All right, Nicholas Lloyd. We're going to go ahead and delete that. Very good. I feel like sometimes they're a little bit higher right after they get a reprice because it's a product that's changing in price. And then as time goes by, they're like, we don't update it for a while. So time goes by and the product gets a little more expensive. And then, you know, as that occurs, my price gets more and more attractive. So, and then we got this huge menu, right? It's just got tons of packs on it. And so you see that happen a lot. You've got some packs that have just been repriced and some that haven't been repriced for over 6 months. You know, that happens for a lot of product. Let's see. Yeah, the reprice tends to add a little bit of cushioning, let's call it. You emailed me the new shipping address. Here it is. All right. Thank you for that. Also, packs that I'm struggling to keep in stock or product that's unusually hot that we are just low on. We're waiting for the price of Ascended Heroes to go down, that's for sure. Go ahead and print. But let's see. Mister, you mark it unread. Oh, I probably did that. I probably said it out loud too, didn't I? Sorry if I missed anything. I was on call. Nice. Any notable pulls so far on today's stream? Ooh, on today's stream, well, people are enjoying this new set over here with these sexy waifus in it. This is the new Precious Nikke set, and apparently it's got some really cool pulls in there. It's the Nikke characters, but they're in like sexy outfits or something like that. There we go. All right, thank you, Mr. Nicholas Lloyd. Pack split spot sent. Sounds good. All right. So we're going to say, I don't think we need to say anything on this. Miss Alexis knows when there's no name to go hunting for slabs. When there's no note to go hunting for slabs. So here we go. These are $10. No. These are $12 per pack. It's called Nikke Precious. And we've already opened multiple boxes of this. It's a nice little set. Just hit the menu. If you just joined, you might not have known that. Now you know that. And why don't we price up a pricey slab? Let's look at this SpongeBob right here. Do you ever try to order off Pokemon Center? Do you have any Pokemon Center ETBs? No, actually, I've never tried to order off the Pokemon Center. I've never done it before. I don't know how to do it. at this point. It's been a very, very, very long time ago. I had a Pokemon Center account, and this might have been like 5 to 6 years ago. And I've just never gotten back on it. So I never order from there. And I think that some people do that, but I just don't have time to do that. And I don't really want to affect their sales anyways. Let's see. So I'm sure it's all changed over the years because I've heard that it changed. There was like this time period where people were saying there were like bots and stuff like that. And that, like, you know, like they have like a system to stop bots. So I'm sure it's gotten pretty strange over the years. Let's see. We're clicking on this. All right. SpongeBob. Joda the Unifier. So weird. Legendary creature, human wizard. What? All right, let's get him priced up, guys. We're in a sell time period. Oh, I'm out of sleeves. All right, let me go get some fresh sleeves. All right, so here we are. We're grabbing this. Ooh. Let's grab a price tag. This is a Magic the Gathering SpongeBob card. And I have a great feeling about this card. I really do. I think that this card, for SpongeBob collectors, this is going to be a highly desirable card. All right. We're offering it for $260. So this is really not bad. All right. Give me a second here. I'll respond to this. All right. Here's Mr. David. 6 Black Bolt Korean, 1 Gem 3-pack. You got it. Let's grab it. Here's Gem 3-pack and 6 Black Bolt Korean. I think one of the things we need to do, we need to add some cards to the new binder break so that we can get that started up, huh? 1, 2. You said 6? Oh, that's a lot. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Ta-da. Everyone smash the like button. We're halfway there. That's right. Ugh. All right. What time is it? 7:27. You know, we started a little bit late, and we didn't have a daytime stream. So if you guys would like me to run late, I don't mind. Ooh, living on a prayer. Put this here. Whoa, living on a prayer. I don't know. I don't know what part of the song that is. Here's, oh, the bird. Oh, crocodile. No bulk, sounds good. Here's these hollows. And here's this guy. And finally, all right, so your round in the Korean black and white packs was cold. Come on, Pokemon, just hand out hits all day. And now, Gem 3. Oh, boy, we couldn't stop selling this product when I first added it to the menu. It's definitely slowed down now, but it's still a really great product in my opinion. Gem 3, super fun. It's got those Cubone in it, if you guys recall. Yeah, it's got those Cubone in it. All right, so you got a couple EXs here. I'll put them in sleeves. Okay, 2 EXs. Got this Mario music playing. It sounds nice. All right. So what was up with YouTube yesterday? I guess YouTube was kind of crashing, huh? Did they say what went wrong? Mr. David, you got a bag right over here. A 1-year-old bag. Very cool, man. Tossing this in here. We have Gabriel Gallegos, 2 spots in the Donkey Kong break. Oh, that's Donkey Kong. He's getting close, guys. Sometimes referred to as Danky Kong. Gabriel just jumped in with 2 spots, everybody. Do you have a P.O. box where we can send your cards? Yeah, well, I can give you an address to send the cards. Here we are. All this time later, I don't use a P.O. box. But I guess the reason I don't do that is because we have a pretty amazing security system at home. Here's a total of 7, 8, 9. Woo, 1 spot left on the Donkey Kong. All right. We have an insufferable amount of security set up in our home that we have been working on for years. Mr. Edgar Gonzalez, 1 spot in the pack break. You got it, 1 spot in the pack break. That leaves 3 spots remaining. We started working on it back in the condo when we realized we had some expensive cards, and we said, oh, well, we got to do something about this. All right, let's see, because we started buying up expensive cards a long time ago. YouTube said it was a problem with the recommendation system. Ooh, I see. Mister, did you get my order? I just did. 2 Donkey Kongs. We got it set up. We have Mr. Ivan Rodriguez. He's jumping into the pack split. 2 spots left on the pack split. Okay. Here you go, Ivan. 2 spots left on the pack split. We might just run another Rocket Pack. I just think Rocket Pack's such a strong offering right now. I need to get an alarm system, but my dad thinks our house is untouchable. Shake my head. Guns, safes, third-party monitoring, motion detecting cameras that alert your phones, and a monitor system that just shows you around your house. So you get those things, and I don't know, it's not a, like, I guess somebody can try to break in, but they're just going to get their booty cheeks handed to them. So you got to get all the things. So here we go. So Tyler Davis, Stellar Crown. It's not that complicated, ultimately. Here we are. But our latest thing is we're just getting the cards out of the home. We think even with all that security, if you had too much value in one place, it's too much. Like a house fire, for example, could be a catastrophe. So that's why they're getting moved out of here. And we already did move them out of here. We moved, ooh, a Shrouded Fable pack. That's interesting. Ooh, this could go into the Jumbo Pack Break. Let's put that in there. We already, well, no. We actually have some Shrouded Fable that I could open. We could put Shrouded Fable back on the menu. We're looking for Stellar Crown. Where am I hiding it? Why do I have these Silver Tempest boxes over here? Honestly, they shouldn't even be over here. Silver Tempest. Ah, it says Stellar Crown. There it is. So, I've already made the decision to move a lot of my collection out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tony Montana. Who's Tony Montana? Is he like a drug dealer or something? Like a gang leader? I feel like a gang leader. When I have all this security stuff in my home, it feels weird. Let's see. I had cameras and caught people with the motion sensor, but they mysteriously broke. Oh, I see. Well, that's why you got to have something like your system, your security system, has to run on 2 power sources and then also 2 internet sources. There we go. So you got to be able to run it off of your at-home internet, but then also off of cell phone internet as well. Okay, we'll put this here. Oops. Ready? Never mind, run the DK. Run the DK. We're going to snip this. So we got 10, right? Tyler Davis. Hey, what's up, Tyler? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, yes. Tony Montana. That's that guy from Scarface, isn't he? I watched that movie finally. I watched that a couple years ago, and I thought it was so mid. It was so mid. The actor is not, he's not, what is it, Costa Rican? No. What's the ethnicity that he was portraying in that movie? The actor is American, and he's like Italian. So it just didn't make sense. It seemed so fake every time he talked. my little friends or whatever with the guns and all that. It seems so fake the whole time. But we had just watched him in The Godfather anyways. And so Cuban, thank you, Cuban, not Costa Rican, Cuban. And so we had just watched him in the Godfather trilogy. It's a trilogy, by the way, if you guys haven't watched all three of those. And so it's so hard to watch him in that and then go over to Scarface and be like, how is he not just doing like one of those? You ever see people do like a fake Russian accent, like, blah, yes, it is me, I'm fake Russian, blah. You know what I mean? They always do like these voice actors who are not actually Russian. They don't have the actual accent down. And they will get like a corny classic Russian bad guy with the Russian accent. I'm Vladimir. Ooh, we do not do like that in my country. You know, that kind of stupid stuff. So when you see this actor and he comes out and he's pretending to be Cuban, and you know that's a fake accent, and then you realize it's not even that good of a fake accent, the whole movie's spoiled at that point. I should have left my scoring up. You know, in Discord, I used to have a score, like a movie review score for all the movies I've been watching. And I think people were enjoying my movie reviews to a certain degree because I think I'm kind of a hypercritical person. And I didn't actually like that movie. I did not like Scarface. It was my first time watching it. And there were so many parts of it that just felt like they were a caricature of what we think being a cocaine drug lord looks like, you know? Here it is. I love the movie review. I loved the movie review channel. Yeah, that was back when Kirsten and I started watching a lot of movies together. He is Fido. It's so hard to get me to watch a movie at all. I really struggle to watch movies. Oh, what do we got? Galvantula. I really don't like them very much, and so it's rare for me to watch them. I like funny cartoons. I watch cartoons. I can't watch movies. You just sit down. You guys sit still for like 2.5 hours watching some story go by. It's like punishment for me. I swear to God. Like when I'm playing a video game, I can't watch the story. I have to skip the story, or else they'll spoil the game for me. So I get really bored. Except for the last spots in the rocket. What? All right, we'll toss this over here. I am a Russian. I'm the bad guy. Stereotypical. Ooh, but I speak really good English. I know all English words for some reason. Tyler Davis. Don't you? I hate that. It's so corny. I speak really good English. Blah. Oh, okay. Ooh, this box is full, man. This box is super full. Let's see what we got in here. So it might be time. Is it time? It might be time to officially give you your own place. Bring back TCC movie reviews. Dang, dude, I shouldn't have deleted that channel because now I can't get those reviews back in their original glory. Scarface was an awesome movie, in my opinion. I don't know, like, so for example, like at the end with the whole like sister, oh, you want to have sex with your sister or something like that. Yeah, because he was weirdly possessive. Here it is. That I felt like that was so vulgar just for the shock value and no other reason because they didn't really establish that before. And it didn't feel like it followed anything. Like, it didn't feel natural. It felt like they just wanted to put some kind of weird sexual twist at the end. That's what it felt like. And, there we go. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Can you skim through the hollows real quick? Never mind. Oh, yeah, you want me to skim through the hollows? Here you go. Give me a second. Let me show you. So we got Clean Clang, Kraballer, Lapras, Melmetal, Tauros, Impidimp, Mewtwo, Togedemaru, Grimmsnarl, Drifblim, Ponyta, Rhyperior, Drifloon, Pangoro, Cradilly, Lockix, Froakie, Fido, Gulpin, Ladian, Double, Crabominable, Crocasta, Dreadnought, Vikavolt, Godzifleur, and Briar. Oh yeah, that part was you. Yeah, and you know, there was plenty of that in the show, right? Like he had the very attractive actress, the lady who plays his girlfriend. She later plays Catwoman in that Batman movie by the one director who likes to make the black and white movies. I can't remember his name. But, man, she's hot. She's such a pretty actress. And so she was his coked out girlfriend, and she did a pretty good job, I guess. But there was so much of the show was just gratuitous amounts of, I guess, sexuality and this guy's supposed decline into, you know, I don't know, like a hysterical meltdown. And but I didn't feel like the movie had much to say. Like, you were just actually watching this simple story go along, and this guy gets rich and turns into a jerk, basically. That's the story. Bada bing, bada boom, it's over, you know? And then there's the weird twists with, like, his sister and all that. Tim Burton, yeah, you're right. Michelle Pfeiffer, yeah, that's probably her name. She's mega hot, dude. She is insanely hot. But so you know, it visually it's very fun for your eyes. And Scarface also sort of suggests there's this lifestyle of the bad guy who sells drugs, and it's sort of that's kind of cool, right? But I don't know how we got so hooked as a society on sort of like this obsession or interest in that, because ultimately it's like, I get it, he's got a lot of money. I get it, he made his money doing bad things. Like there's this point where that storyline is not that interesting anymore. And you have this in movies and TV shows over and over and over again. They just reuse this idea. Like the Breaking Bad show was a drug movie. The Netflix Ozark, that was a drug TV show. So they just replay the same idea over and over again, and people like romanticize it, I suppose. Or they're just very fascinated by it. Mr. Pal Brown, DK box break. Here it is. All right. Pal Brown. There it is. Like, you can make a lot of good money doing things that are illegal precisely because they're illegal, so no one else wants to do it. And so for me, personally, that actually strips away the fascination of how the money was made, because it's very simple how the money was made. The money was made doing something you're not allowed to do. You know what I mean? Anyone can do that. That's the problem. Anyone can sell things as long as they're willing to go to jail or be punished horribly by the government. Anyone can do that. It's just a matter of, do you have the balls to do it? That's it. And hopefully you don't. Hopefully you're smart. But it's like, you know, the story of how a major corporation came about, that's more interesting to me. But people don't romanticize that. They romanticize sort of like the, you know, sexed up, coked up, violent drug lord. And I don't. It's just how I'm born. I'm born, and it doesn't interest me that as much. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you read my message about the commission part? Kind of important. Hey, mister, can you read my... There's still a yellow deck PSA 10 Magic Card for my commission that's unaccounted for. You're saying there's a PSA 10 yellow Magic Card unaccounted for. Contact me on Discord about that, because there's certainly not a Magikarp in our box. And so I don't think I have one to ship to you. You had me ship your cards out to you. So I assume it must have either been sold or, I mean, I don't know what else. So it's probably with you or it's sold, but I suppose you're saying it's not with you then. All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't even remember the last movie I watched. Let's talk about it. So we'll try to investigate and see where it's at, okay? All right, let's grab this packet. Ooh. I can't remember the last movie I watched. Yeah, it's been hard to watch movies. It's been really hard. Most of all, it feels like they just don't make good movies anymore. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go, guys. All right. So this is exciting. We are now handing out the sealed and authenticated Topps Donkey Kong box. You actually keep the whole box. All right. Shipping will be $15 to whoever it goes to, and I'm sure they won't mind that because they're going to be very happy to have this. And it's just a very cool thing that I've had in my collection. And what's going on here is I'm selling this because, similar to like the Pokemon video games, I'm just giving up some of my collection to have a smaller collection because it's becoming too valuable and it's kind of scaring me. I'm kind of nervous because I have too much good stuff. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like a real thing. So I can't have this much anymore. I have to have less stuff. All right. Mister, was my PayPal DK didn't get to you? Pal Brown got to it first. That's all. Pal Brown had the older order. So I sent in another order for Donkey Kong, so that will need to go to something else. Okay, so a couple people are trying to buy into Donkey Kong. Okay, let's fill this up. You ready? Apologize, guys. Here we are. It's when a product's getting really close to the end of a break, it gets really popular. Here. I wish I could put you all in there, but that would be changing the dimensions of the break, so we can't do that, okay? So let's pile these in here. Now, if you're looking for an alternative, we do have another box break. It is called the Astral Radiance Pokemon Box Break. That has, I believe, 5 out of 13 people in it. It's a pretty good thing, and it's Pokemon cards. So that's an alternative if you're looking for a box break to go into. There's also this really interesting slab right here. So this is a Mewtwo Tag Team Jumbo Slab, graded 10 by PSA. Say that, 10 by PSA. 2019 Unified Minds Mewtwo, right? Really nice card. We need about 5 more people for that, so that's about half full. So you've got some options. There's some cool stuff that's pretty close to the end. You could jump into the binder break early. You could get into the jumbo pack break. I think there's 3 spots left in the jumbo pack break. So I'm just telling you guys some alternatives, okay? All right, man, I love that slab. It's a cool slab, man. If you win the jumbo slab break, if you get that in the break, hang it on your wall. That's what I would do. I would like either frame it or just find some simple shelf or some kind of plate holder, put it on the wall because it's so cool looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so 10 of these, and we got to count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of these. We're good. Let's get it started, guys. Somebody's walking away with the 1982 sealed vintage Donkey Kong box, Topps box. I bought that years ago for pretty cheap, and it is now much more expensive. So it is an appreciating product like many collectibles are right now. And if you leave it sitting around for years, it'll probably do the same thing for you. You can put it on your shelf. You can show it off on your social media account. It is vintage Topps. Give me a number. The TV show for sales is really good if anyone's seen a good drama to binge. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, there's the fold. And now we got some names. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, there it goes. Ready? The show Dark is awesome too. It's probably one of the best shows I've ever watched. Yeah, what shows are you guys watching these days? Maybe I'll, Mr. Mike's side, he wants me to watch some kind of Game of Thrones spinoff called 7 Kingdoms or something like that. Maybe I'll have to watch that. I don't know. I feel too busy. We're playing little Gears of War together and just trying to get my submissions done. And you're just always falling behind on the submissions. You can never keep up with that. Okay. Come on now. There we go. Give me a number. I'm going to get all your orders done, and feel free to place another order, guys. We're going a little extra late tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's Wednesday, and we're going a little extra late tonight because we started late. We missed our morning stream. Here's Pal Brown. Sorry, Pal Brown. All right, so if you guys missed that last spot, fear not. It was a miss anyways. I'm sorry, though, pal. Here's Brett Love, Mr. Brett. Could it be Brett? Brett, you're getting lucky lately, dude. Look at that, guys. That might be Mr. Brett's box. All right, here's Mr. Gabriel. I'm so sorry, Gabriel. I'll toss you on the giveaway tonight, Mr. Gabriel, because you bought 2 spots in there. I feel bad about it. Here's what's... It's tough when you go deep on something, you know. So there's a cold one. Here's Mr. Chad. Sorry, Mr. Chad. Here's Mr. Gabriel. Sorry, Mr. Gabriel. That ended so fast. Miss Alicia, too. I think she went kind of deep on this one. Alexandra, she pulled the binder break recently. Here's Alicia Brown. And here's Mr. Chad. All right, those are those star spots. The star spots did not end up being the hit this time, but they sometimes are, and it's really exciting when they are. There it is. All right, Mr. Like Horror Mystery, watch from. You are. I do like scary movies. I like proper scary movies, like full-on scary. But you know what? When Karis watches those, she can't sleep for a month. So I don't watch scary movies anymore. I do miss them. But it's not even a big deal. There we have it. Let me update the Breaks channel. Mr. Brett. What do you think of that, man? I think he's here watching that, too. You got to see it live. It's always more fun when you see the outcome live. Brett pulls the Donkey Kong box. All right. This occurs at 135 minutes. And so now, Mr. Brett, let's take this box. You can ship this out whenever you want. It's $15 to ship it. I'll go set it on the shelf now. Oh, an item arrived at the PSA vault. Look at that, guys. Isn't that crazy? PSA vault's like a whole thing for me now. It's like a big deal all of a sudden. All right, where can I put these boxes? I need to put these boxes somewhere. Right here. All right. From is so good. Oh my gosh, that movie is messed up. As a kid, jaded. Let's grab a consignment slab, shall we? Here's this Anthony Kalura. Farewell Team Rocket tops 8.5. So this is the next commission break. It's a commission break. I'm using our breaks to move commission cards. The last one finished, so we shall start a new one. CS stands for commission slab. That's up and running. Ah, my first edition PSA 10 Dark Magneton just made it into the vault. That's crazy. Let me see. Curious. Let me look for it. Oh, I thought it already was vaulted. Oh, maybe it wasn't officially in the vault yet. Check it out, everybody. Wow. How crazy looking is that? I paid $7,000 for that a long time ago. So I don't know what it's worth today, but okay. All the movies that scared the poo out of me as a kid, I love now. Hell yeah, dude. All right, let's see. So we have an order from Ivan Rodriguez. He said Donkey Kong Spot. Ooh, you were close. You know, Ivan, it's kind of a good situation, Ivan. Had Powell Brown pulled it, you could have been really disappointed, but it just happens to be the luck today that he was not lucky and he did not pull it. So in a way, it's like you've saved yourself $40. Now, Gabriel Gallegos, Rocket Break. The Rocket Break, I believe, is completed, that means. All right. So Gabriel Gallegos. Okay, the pack split's really cool because you always get something from the pack split. Let's grab the pack split up here. All the movies that scare... I already read that one. Pack split needs to say 11. So let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 people. Get ready, everybody. The pack split's coming in. Ooh. I'm going to set you over here and pull the pack split to the front. There it is, the pack split, everybody. Look at that pack split. So this is for a booster pack of Team Rocket. Now, after this is over, what do you guys want to do? Another packet of Team Rocket, or do you want to do a packet of Ancient Origin? Because I'm thinking those are my two favorites right now for value. I'm looking for value for you guys. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good. From is so good. That movie used to mess me up. Yay. From is a proper awesome show. It's the exorcism movies that mess me up. Here we are. All right. I haven't heard of a really good scary movie in a long time, actually. Maybe if a really good one came out, I would go watch it. My friends think I'm weird because I'm a tomboy who collects cards and action figures while they buy purses and makeup. Tomboys are mega sexy. I don't know what you're talking about. Purses and makeup are very fun too, but man, here we are. When I was younger, I liked the tomboys. Here we are. Karis is kind of a tomboy, not super much like a tomboy, but sort of. I think about it, she was into like computers and she doesn't do a ton of like girly things, is what I'm trying to say. She doesn't do like she doesn't worry too much about the makeup and all that. She's a little bit like a hippie though. She's kind of like a hippie. All right, there we go. I still gotta watch Nacho Libre. Hey, mister, do you have any Diamond and Pearl era cards? Yes, I have a couple. Mayhaps. Did you see the rumored Snorlax McDonald's card? Ooh, a Snorlax McDonald's card. I mean, that's a proper Pokemon mascot for McDonald's, is mega obesity. All right, give me a number, guys. All right. Mister, I sent you a squared message. Can you please get back to me? I'm missing 3 slabs from commission. All right, let's see this. Give me a second here. So we've got, let's see, maybe in here. That's Tyler. All right, we're jumping there. Let's see, Magikarp, Kecleon, and Hollow Manectric. Let's see, all 3 of these, you put them to the side for me with my name on them, so they could just be in the sold slabs box. Oh, okay, so maybe they're just sitting in, the shipping box. Maybe that's all that's going on. Okay, the first number that came in was Jaded Nines 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there we go. Snorlax would be the McDonald's mascot. That's what I'm saying, man. All right, so I think all we need to do is just check the shipping area. They're probably in there. You're saying I set them to the side for you? There we go. All right. Dylan says, oh my gosh, is it happening? Hell yeah, dude. Here it is. Somebody's getting a Psyduck. Wow, that opens so well. That's awesome. Really clean pack. Okay, not striking me like a heavy pack. But that's okay. We don't need it to be heavy. We just need good cards in here. There could be a Dark Charmeleon, a Dark Flareon, a Dark Vaporeon, and a Dark Charizard all in a light pack. And a Charmander. That would be like the perfect combo. What we got? Gabriel picking up an uncommon. That's great. It might be in Slabaway as well. It might be in Slabaway as well. The cards he just mentioned? Are you ready? Let's see. If he had me set it to the side. Oh, look at that Dark Jolteon. We're off to a good start, man. That's great. Wow. All right, Dark Jolteon. Let me grab this. If he had me place it to the side for him, I feel like that instantly describes what happened. So we know where it's at. Just got placed to the side. So I just got to see where they were set, I guess. I mean, yeah, I would have put his name on it. There we go. If they didn't get shipped out and you had me put them to the side and then you ordered shipping, most likely it's an error where Alexis looked at the name on the label and it didn't match the name on the back of the slab. Here's Edgar Gonzalez. So that does seem to be the most common shipping mistake, is the name on the back of the slab does not match the label. Dark Gloom. Not bad. All right, Mr. Edgar picking up Dark Gloom. So you should be in here. Did we keep you in here? Yes, we did. All right, cool. She's very good at her job. So if she sees a discrepancy between the label name and the slab name, she goes, ooh, better not ship that because we want to be safe with it. And so it's my job and your job to make sure that the name on the label and the name on the back of the slab match. So we got to do that on our part of our job. And then her job is to just make sure they're matching. Here's Mark Potter. So Mark, you get the last uncommon. Is he here? I'm sure it's in the shipping area. It's probably in the shipping area. Here we go. Let's see. Imposter Oak's Revenge. All right, not the perfect uncommons round. No Dark Charmeleon. Shows you how hard that is to pull, it seems. It seems hard to pull, doesn't it? How often do we actually pull Dark Charmeleon? He seems like he doesn't come out that often. All right, but that Dark Jolteon was really good. If he grades 10, he could beat a couple of rares in the set sometimes, like the trainer cards. All right, that's clearly non-holo. That is non-holo. It's going to you, Mr. Gabriel. You are the winner of the pack split, in my opinion. You got the Dark Jolteon, but you're also walking away with the rare. You're definitely the winner. And again, this could be Charizard. We don't know what it is. Set that there for a moment. That Imposter Oak is 210. Yeah, these packs are great for us to be opening like this. Here's Dylan Cranfield. Mr. Dylan. So you're looking for Charmander now, Mr. Dylan. You ready? Wow, look how nice these cards are coming out. Voltorb! Woo! Oh, yeah. Sorry, man. Sir, trying to buy some ETBs from Sun and Moon, Unified Minds, Cosmic Eclipse, Lost Thunder, and Hidden Fates. One of each. Do you have any, and are you willing to sell them? Hey, how's it going, Mr. Bedroom Techno? First of all, thank you very much for the donation. I really appreciate that, man. Man, that's a nice $10 donation, guys. Number two, I don't actually have those things. So when I collect sealed product, I don't actually go for like ETBs at all. I tend to go for like sealed booster boxes and most recently booster bundles. So I like booster boxes and I like booster bundles. I like whatever gives you the booster packs at the cheapest price. That's what I like. Because ultimately, as the years go by, I figure that's what people will want the most is a way to open these cards cheaply. There we go. So I like those a lot. But I know some people collect the ETBs. Sometimes those ETBs go for a lot of money. Especially, oh, another Dylan Cranfield right there. All right, Charmander. Charmander. Could also pull Eevee, Squirtle, and Dratini. The biggest Diglett! Whoa! That's a huge Diglett. That's a Diglett that knows what he's doing. All right. He's got a great personality. Whoa. All right, Diglett. Where'd the other one go? I'll just put this here, I guess. It's huge. Hi, I'm Jose. You just shipped my stuff, by the way. Thank you. Oh, very cool. Okay. Thank you so much for that donation again. And yeah, if I were you, I would be open-minded to collecting anything that's a good deal. Here's Ivan Rodriguez. But sometimes people get into sort of like, they get into like a mindset where it's like they have a goal. And so if your goal is to get one of each of the ETBs, you know, you go for it. You do whatever you want. Whatever's making you happy. Whoa. All right. Here's Israel Rodriguez. Ivan Rodriguez. Did we create a new bag for you recently? I actually can't remember. Ivan Chiquilo. Let's see, is it up here? I swear we made a bag for you, right? Maybe not. Let me make a new bag. All right. So, Mr. Ivan, pulling a cool dark Eradicate. Popping this in here. He's neat. He's got the dark in the title. That's good. He's almost like a card that feels like it should have been uncommon. Doesn't he feel like he should have been one of the uncommons? Move that over there gently. Do you have any gym breaks going on right now? Yes, sir. There's a gym break right here. So that's for a holographic vintage Pokemon, the movie 2000, which is a really rare card set. And it's a holographic card, and it's only $25 to buy in. But here's the downside. It graded 8.5, so you're not buying a 10. But it's appropriately priced as an 8.5. It is. Actually, if anything, it's underpriced. If anything, that is too cheap for such a fancy vintage card. Let me show it off real fast. So you guys might be interested in jumping here. That's Team Rocket blasting off again. They're holding on to Lugia's leg in that scene. There you go. You could probably crack that and send that off to PSA if you wanted. Let's see what happens with it. At least it'll look nicer in the PSA holder, maybe. Here's Mr. Chad. All right, Mr. Chad. We just shipped you, right? So we can put this with your outgoing shipment because it's right next to me. Wow, this one looks like it could grade 10. What is it going to be? A Stanky Manky. Where's Charmander? Mr. Wait on the bag. There we go. Are you still open for orders? Want to get a pre-grade on the Diglett? Yes, sir. I can do a pre-grade on the Diglett. We are. All right. That's a pretty good one. You got Dark Golbat in there. That's nice. I'm going to need a new bag. Well, I'm just going to toss it in the current bag. Did you have 2 cards in here, Mr. Chad? Let's see. There's 3 people left. Let's see who the next one is. Mr. Edgar Gonzalez. Okay, let me set this to the side. Mr. Edgar. He participates in a lot of these vintage breaks. Here's... Ooh, look at that, man. Machop. All right, here you go. Lovely Machop. Okay, we would have liked you better if you were a Charizard. Tossing that over there. I'll send you a penny message after the stream to remind you. Tossing this away. Here's Dylan Cranfield. All right, Dylan Cranfield, what we got? Ooh, Slowpoke. That's actually a really nice one. I like the Slowpoke. Ooh. Okay. Here it is. Dylan Cranfield. You know, it makes me think, Mr. Adam, we should have like maybe a system of... Now, how would we do that? How would we do that, though, you know? There we go. We should have like a system that creates sort of like a tracking for every item that comes in or goes out. Like when I sell a card, maybe I should have like a sold commissions channel, you know, like so that we know what has sold. Here's Edgar Gonzalez. But, you know, the more of that you add to the work, the slower the work is, meaning we have to spend more and more time on it. That's actually a great pull. So you got this beautiful Rocket Psyduck out of this set, and he's honestly fantastic. Actually, he was one of my most expensive recent purchases. I paid $5,000 for Legendary Collection Reverse Hollow Psyduck. It's a Rocket Psyduck, right? But it made its way into the Legendary Collection. There we go. Big fan of Team Rocket. Big fan of Legendary Collection. I saw him pop up for only $5,000. I said, I got to have it. I got to have it. So here we are. We got to find out what this is. Mr. Gabriel, what did you pull? Everyone's very curious. You pulled Dark Dragonite. I'm telling you guys, you can win even with a light pack with the Rocket cards. That's nuts, man. Dark Dragonite. How cool is that, everybody? That's amazing. All right, let me put this into one of these. Gabriel Gallegos, Dark Dragonite. Oh, yeah. Wow, man. This set hits so hard. Oh my gosh, Air Dragonite. It's the Air Dragonite. Man, he does look exactly like the Air Dragonite, though, doesn't he? Let's see. Such an inspiring card. Really makes you want to collect. Here it is. Here's the actual Air Dragonite. Let's see. Makes you wonder, what is the value of the Air Dragonite? I'll give you 10 bucks. He's not even hollow. All right. It's my job to talk it up a little bit, you know, but, you know, it makes you wonder. There's only 5 of them, so you'll never know. Go back to Von Doom. Yeah. I miss Mr. Von Doom. I hope he stops by and says hello sometimes. He needs to do that. It's a requirement. All right. There we go. Boop. Now. Okay, so Mr. Adam is concerned about 3 cards. I'll go ahead and respond to him. Let me mark that in red so that I don't forget about that. Here's Mike's side. Okay, let's see what we got over here. I'm going to click on this. Here's Terry Mills. It's been a while. 500 to a slab away. What? You know, after the Logan Paul news came out, it's interesting. We're seeing a lot of people who we haven't seen in a while, but also there's an enthusiasm for finishing off Slabaways. So now there is some enthusiasm for finishing that off. So here we have CGC 10 Mew with the swirl. You got it, man. So that is 1420 minus 500. This goes down to 920. Okay. I guess I could have done that math in my head. Thank you, Mr. Terry. I appreciate it, man. All right, so Terry did the math, and he said, wait a second. I should finish that one. And now we're going to hit refresh over here. I'm not sure if I would trust PSA with it. Here's Mr. Brett. Let's see. Mr. Brett said... No, wait a second. Before we do Mr. Brett, while we still have Dylan Chan... I'm sorry, Dylan Cranfield, who's not Dylan Chan, but they have similar first names, and their last names both start with the C. Let's bring it down to 97. Okay, and then let's go get that pre-grade on your card, okay? Mr. Dillon, we're just going to do this real fast because it's not a big thing. And then we're going to work on you, Mr. Brett. Ivan Rodriguez, if you're still watching, you've got $40 to do something with. Oh, you got some stuff. There it is, Diglett. I'm not sure if I would trust PSA with it. Damn, so poorly. When you send that to PSA. It's about time to send it to PSA. It's we're ready for a PSA submission. I'm working on submissions every day. It's a lot of work. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm testing to see what I can send out to grade of my own cards. So this card has several flaws. Let's go ahead and do a zoom. So flaw number 1, we've got a chip right there. It's not a chip. It's like a raised edge. Here we have a tiny white dot. That's not helpful. And over here we have what appears to be a lip. Is that a lip? That's a lip. All right. That's good, and that's good. If you could smooth this out and smooth this out, I would give it a chance for a 10, but it would be a weak chance. It would be a 9.5 plus. Without those being fixed, I would give it a 9. I think you can roll those out, but I don't do that as a service, so I don't do that. Maybe I should. Maybe I should get a fixing station with like fixing tools and actually start practicing and offer to fix your cards. Because if that's a lip and all it needs is to be smoothed out gently and now it's good, I mean, you know. The problem is this. What if I start correcting your card and it causes like some of the paint to chip and now your card is worse rather than better? So that's why I don't have the incentive to work on it. I've seen cards being fixed, but how would you fix the whitening? There is no fix for the whitening. If your card has whitening, you can't fix it. I mean, some people cheat and they color it in. That's called doctoring the card. It's no good. I think if all you're doing is you got a raised edge and you just kind of smooth it down and it's successful, it does smooth down, fair game. You know, it's like if your card is warped and you just push it into a book and now it's flat, fair game, who cares? But, you know, there's a level of card fixing, quote unquote fixing, where I'd call it doctoring. So I would include So, like, if somebody puts a filler into a roller wheel check line or whatever you call it, a line, print line, if they fill that in with some sort of plastic filler, I consider that a doctored card, and I don't want it. So I would not want to buy that. All right, so we're back to Mr. Brett. Mr. Brett's going a little bit deeper. He says, 1 Donkey Kong box break. Okay, so you saved 40 bucks on that, Brett. What do you think of that? You actually saved 40 bucks. That's a pretty good scenario. You pulled the box anyways and kept $40. There we go. Mr. Add my credit to Slab Away. I keep forgetting. All right, Slab Away it is, Ivan. We're going to head up here to Slab Away. This is 3 Zards and a Siggy or something like that. And this goes to $502. There goes. All right, good job. Hey, you're making some progress on that. You're down from 800, so you're making a little bit of progress. Now, back over here to Brett. He then says, 2 live customs, 4 Pokey Shuffles. Okay, 2 live customs, 4 Pokey Shuffles. Oops. Yeah, I feel like the way I'm doing this, where I smash down on the top of the pack, is going to wear the packs out over time, so I don't like that. I wish I had like a bigger box, basically. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Yeah, I wish I had a bigger box for even more booster packs in there, so there's a bigger rotation. Hydreigon, and we've got Kling or Clang or something like that, some kind of dumb name. Nothing crazy. How about them Pokey Shuffles? This guy made the exact paint Pokemon uses. You know, I'm not surprised if somebody does that. And I wanted to make a video about this, but whoa, we're down to 47 viewers. Is that real? Are we actually down to 47 viewers? Or you think YouTube watch count's not working? So we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't seem right. Here we are. All right, what we got here? We've got, ta-da! Team Rocket Radicate. I can't believe you pulled that. I think we just put that in. Let me pull that out for you. Okay, you ready? I think we just added that to the box. Ugh. The video might still be on YouTube. Yeah, so I kind of figure there's somebody who's trying to do that. They're trying to find a paint that's virtually undetectable by forensic imaging. And I'm sure if they figure that out, they're not telling anybody, right? They're not advertising that they figured it out, but you never know. But, you know, with the value on the Pokemon cards, there's got to be people out there working very hard on that. Okay, so that is Reverse Hollow Team Rocket's Radicate from the Destined Rivals collection. Ooh, very nice. It says 65 on mine. It says 72 on mine. Oh, so on my screen it says there's only 47 viewers. Very interesting. So there is a problem. So there it is, Mr. Brett. You can re-roll it. It's a $60 re-roll, which means you'll get 55. I think that's 11. Okay, and then the rest of his order is what? An English Rocket Break. Ooh, you missed that too, actually. So that's over. So you've got $80 here. Okay, keep. All right, you got it. I don't know why I did that. We should just put that in your bag. It's easy enough. I just didn't feel like it. 51 if you refresh. Yes. How we jump down from like 70 viewers to 51 or 47 or whatever it was. So, and then also one of these very fancy Merlin Sticker 2s. Ooh, okay, the Merlin Sticker 2s. Grab one. They're kept over here. There we are. No, this is Merlin Sticker 3. Wait. Merlin Sticker 2, where are you? Here it is. I'll put this empty box over here. So these are the ones that give you a chance for Charizard, right? Yes, there it is. They do give you a chance for a Charizard. They used to cost 30 pence. I think that means 30 cents. Now selling for $50. Wow, cheap and affordable. Okay, ready? All right. Ooh, Lapras. Look at that Lapras. Ooh. Very nice. And here's Clefairy. So you did well. Yours actually had a holo in it. What's interesting about the Merlin 2 sticker packs is there's only a holo every couple of packs. So you're doing well on yours. Here's Team Rocket with Coughing and Wheezing. Coughing, coughing. Here's Pikachu with his nipple tape on his cheeks. And here's a little Paris. Is that Erica? That looks like Erica. Oh, you do pull a Charizard. Very good. Okay, so this is not the main Charizard, but this is still gradable. There you go. Very cool, man. All right, set that there. Ooh, the Pikachu. Ooh, the Pikachu. That's right. Mr. Brett, the guy with the stuff. You got a lot of it. Whoa. All right. So you did very well today, I would say. You got the Raticate. You got this lovely Lapras. Do you want to see the Lapras one more time? You got an Eevee today that looked like it could be a 10 if you get lucky, but not guaranteed. But we'll see later if you get lucky. Okay, so if you get lucky, that's great. Wow, that Lapras and this Charizard are both pretty cool. So that's a $50 Merlin 2 sticker. Has a chance for a holographic Charizard to pop out, which is mega crazy because these are super old, super rare. Here it is. And when they grade 10, they're worth a couple $1,000s. I don't know what they're worth anymore. I mean, Pokemon card prices are all changing, so who knows? Could be like 8,000 or something by now. Who knows? I don't even know anymore. Do you have any vintage graded packs for sale? Yeah, that's a great question. I have an intention to sell a couple of those, but I have to look into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he's going in. Rocket. Brett Fly free video had me dying. Just do something with that last $81. So this shall be number 115. Are you in the Astro Radiance break already? You want to go in there? This is going to say Reggie Rock. What break aren't you in? And is there any break you would like 2 spots in? There you go. Double the trouble. Okay. He goes up in here. Let's see. Quips Espeon. It's kind of fun. You pick. Ooh. Here's this cool Ampharos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get this Ampharos up there. TCCG Ampharos 9. All right. Putting that up there. Well, we have this new gym break. We have this gym break over here. So here's 2 gym breaks that look nice. And I think you're the first one in here. So you're already in the Jigglypuff break. Let's see, there's the trade slab number 2. I believe you're already in that. The manga break. Here's the T1 break. Tyler Ferbert. I'm getting Chick-fil-A for dinner. What are you making, mister? Oh, I don't know. I'm probably, I don't have too many plans because we're going to be doing this a little bit later. $80 and you just want anything, huh? I don't know. It's you could do 2 live customs and 6 Poke Shuffles and call it a day. That'd be the easiest method of all to liquidate $80. Maybe you get lucky again. You never know. Or you can jump into these specific breaks if you like them in particular. People like the gym breaks. They're only 2 spots. Let's see, the trade breaks. There's just a lot of options. I don't know what you care for. New Chipotle just opened down the street. Silver Tempest? Yeah, you could do 4 packs of Silver Tempest. There's all kinds of fun things you could do with it. Let's see. Let me hit refresh over here. Do the Mew break. Want to see that Alt Art Lugia. Oh, yeah. I'd love to see somebody pull that, too. That'd be a pretty amazing moment. Over here for a second. Ah, my legs. So much sitting, bro. I've been sitting all day. I've been sitting at the doctor's office. How far along are we? We're at 165 minutes. Good. That's away. T3. Let's see. We got to put these somewhere, huh? Maybe in here. 3 customs, 3 live customs, and a $5 boosty. Sounds good to me. So here's the binder break. We got some good poker cards in here. I've just been cramming it with poker cards. We got a couple of filler cards in here. Okay. And now these are going in. Now these are very solid. They very well might grade 10. I just didn't bother with them because, I don't know, they seem kind of like not Mario. But those are classic bad guys, so those are some leftover poker cards. It's not bad. Let's go grab these. We got to put some cards in that binder break, huh? To get the binder break all sexy and like, ooh, mamas. He can finish the Mew break. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, good luck. Well, you might pull a big snipe here. Let's see. Ooh, the Arbiter. That's cool. Oh, okay. So you're just doing fine tonight. What do we got here? Snipe after snipe after snipe. Snipe after snipe. Here's 5 Waifu Shuffles. So technically you are ahead because 5 Waifu Shuffles should be $100. So we're going to restock that now. We have to restock it instantly. That's right. Sometimes you pull an unre-rollable thing like this 5 Waifu Shuffles. You can't re-roll it. Just, it doesn't work. Yeah, put that in there. Put this in here. Put this in here. And put this in here. All right, so we've got that Waifu Shuffles pull. That goes back in the box. So, Mr. Brett, how much do you like Waifu Shuffles? Oh, I love them. There we are. If you pull something hot out of the Waifu Shuffles, feel free to have me buy it back from you or sell it on commission on the table. Those are options, okay? So if you pull one and you're not a big fan of girl cards, that's okay. You don't have to keep it. You can just view it as a tradable thing, something you can trade in for something else. All right, so here it is, the Waifu Shuffles. We do this to ensure that there's a little bit of a spring in the step for the Waifu Shuffles. Could be a juicy Gaifu. Could be. 1, 2, 3. I always joke that we should make like a femboy card set because no one else is making one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you got a decent shot here. That's 5 cards in a row. Yes, Fruit of Grisai, 18 packs or $90 of store credit. Gee, I wonder what you're going to pick. So that's going to turn into $90 of store credit for you, more than you started with, Mr. Brett. So now you've got $95 left. 5 left over from here and 90 from your pull here. You started at 80 and you're at 95 now. How did that happen? All right, but that's out of this box now. The Fruit of Grisai is sold out. I was helping the Fruit of Grisai sell. All right. So that worked pretty fast. $90 store credit. You don't say. All right, but that was the only thing available because we didn't even have those packs. Topps Rocket Gym Break. 1 Topps Rocket Gym Break. Oh, this thing right here. You got it. So Chad's going in here. So, Brett, what would you like to do with that? Okay, so Chad's in the Farewell Team Rocket Break now. Here you go, Mr. Chad. Okay, number 1. And Brett. Oh, man, that's hard to pull. I'll toss these in here. All these little bonus cards are kind of nice, aren't they? We put those only in the live customs. How much from you? $15. I don't know. Which Mew? Okay. You think about if you'd like something real fast. Mr. Chad, we've got these stickers for you right here. This is for Mr. Chad. We're opening up Chad's Merlin stickers while Brett considers what he could do with 95. If you want, you can sleep on it, Brett. Might give you a chance to think about what you truly want. We are. Ooh, Nado Queen. There we go. Break to finish. You could take 2 spots in the Mew break. You could do anything. There's all kinds of, there's like a million breaks, obviously. Mew spot has like 2 or 3. I don't remember. The Mew spot. The Mew has more than that. Let me see. You're talking about the Heartbreak Mew, right? He's a big deal. He's 10 out of 17 deep. There you go. Mr. Chad, you got 2 holographic stickers. Pretty cool. Let's toss this into your bag real fast. All right. Very good. Very lovely. Okay, he said new bag. I put it in your old bag because that's still going out. Okay, what's this? Allow me to introduce myself. What the hell? There's always somebody trying to do like, so I get a lot of offers now for my YouTube channel. And one of the most common offers is it'll be like some non-YouTube platform offering to host me to do like my content on their platform. Okay, so Legend Maker Kekleon, Hollow Vintage Raikou, and PSA 10 Yellow Dick Magikarp. Okay, I also have PSA 10 Lugia and a pair card. Will be sending for shipping. All right, sounds good. So I'm gonna hit refresh on this. I'm good. Thanks, Perez. How are you? Thank you, Mr. Mr. Still going. No wonder my wife speaks highly of him. What? What are you talking about? What the fuck? All right. What are you talking about? That doesn't sound right. Astro Radiance box break, by the way, guys. Here it is. So Donkey Kong is done, and this has 8 spots remaining. The Jumbo. Oh, yeah, the Jumbo Slab. This has about 5 spots left in it. So I think it's 5. The Jumbo Slab. He's the lightning break. He's the boy who lived. Oh, no. All right. I have a Hollow Blastoise and a Beedrill. How hard are those Merlin stickers to grade? They can be pretty tough to grade. That's one of the reasons why when they do grade 10, they go for a lot of money. So, like, there's probably a lot of 9s. There's probably a lot of 8s. But 10s, those are hard to get. There's a Quillfish. Here's a Galarian Slowking. He's actually pretty good. I like this card a lot. He's pretty good. All right. For those who like Slowking, I could see him going up in price over time. Hit refresh on this. Ba-doo-ba-doo-boo. Is this a Mr. Shahir order for a whole bunch of prismatic? Oh my God, you are such a glutton for punishment. Let me go get some prismatics for Shahir. I'll be right back. All right, I'm here. Let's see what Mr. Brett's saying. Anything? All right. So Brett's thinking it over. I'll set this here, Mr. Brett. Now, we need 6 more, which I believe we have right over here. There it is. You can add my card from my bag to the binder break. My card from the bag. Now, the binder break is for profit. There it is. You're talking about this. I mean, maybe I can buy it from you. Do you want me to buy it from you? There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it goes. Yeah, the binder break's not necessarily a... it would be considered a donation, but, you know, I'm going to make money on that one. It is. Oh, yeah, look at all this. Running counter is now 144 packs. That's 12 by 12. That has to be lucky. 12 by 12 is a very lucky number. All right, good luck. I don't know what to think, Mr. Shahir. I think that there's something going on here called sunk cost fallacy. Have you ever heard of that? It's when you're already invested deeply into something and it's still going wrong. And so you go, well, how much worse can it get? And you say, well, I'm this far along. Maybe if I double down. Actually, what I meant to say, 99% of gamblers quit just before the big hit. That's what I meant to say. What? No. All right, you ready? Snipping this. Mr. $15 donation. When why breakpoint from the credit? Okay. $15 donation. Nice. And then a breakpoint pack. Love it. Brett is super generous. We are. Mr. Ivan was being generous too. Ivan, you're so generous. We are. All right. And here we are. All right. There you go. All right. Boop. Mr. Shahir. Here's Duskull. Look at that Duskull. Very nice. He's so humble. We've got Furfrau. What could go wrong? 20 whole packs. Probably guaranteed SIR if you ask me. Here's Reverse Hollow Umbreon. That's nice. It's actually pretty nice. Might be able to make you some money back on that. You can have the card, mister, for free. You got it, man. Here's Black Belts Training. All right. Here's... Oh, man, I got excited when I saw that edge, but that's actually a good card, too. So you pulled a nice Umbreon EX. Okay. Not perfectly easy to pull that normally. Here's Noibat. Just give this guy an SIR already. Oh, my God, bro. Come on, Pokemon. Please. Here's Leafy Blown. I want it. Okay, here's some more hollows. Here's oh my dear God, dude. Here's Hoot Hoot. You know, I share your frustration because I like it better when you're pulling SIRs all day. Here's a Lit Leo. I still can't believe Sarah Dusenberry opens just one pack of this from the jumbo pack break, and it magically turns into an SIR. The odds of that are so impossible. It just doesn't make sense. All right. Those EX cards are edgelords. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got one Slowpoke. And here's Applin, Miltank. Ooh. We still got some left. Here's Monkey Dory. So I can't tell. Should we invest in a whole bunch of prismatic, do you guys think? Here's Mela. I don't know how to think about this set because it's so freaking punishing. Who's going to spend $20 a pack on these when they reach $20 a pack? Who's going to spend $20 a pack on these knowing it's nearly impossible to pull an SIR? That's my question. So if it's a set that you can't make your money back on, what are people going to do with it? But that's the question. Maybe you can make your money back on it. Maybe the Master Balls make up for the impossible to pull SIRs. Maybe that's what'll end up happening. 2 packs left. Come on, bro. Oh, my gosh. Come on, bro. Last pack. Woo! Oh, yeah. We should invest in Labubus. Damn, dude. All right, so I think out of that round, you got a Master Ball. Double down? I don't know, dude. I don't even know, dude. Snorlax, Hippowdon, Mela, Miltank, Slowpoke, Litleo, Hoot Hoot, Leafeon, Black Belts Training, Umbreon, Black Belts Training, Umbreon, Furfrau, and Duskull. So out of that whole round, he pulls one Hippowdon Master Ball, everybody. Pay attention to that. And this is just what it seems to come out of Prismatic. That's just how Prismatic seems to be. It's just really, really, really rare to pull an actual SIR. Just doesn't show up. My God, dude. All right, there we go. I really appreciate the patronage, though. Thank you so much, Mr. Shahir. Tell you what, we got to get you in that giveaway. I think we might have to get you into the bounty for that, too. What do you think? All right, so for that Master Ball, right? All right. I never chose the bounty, and we're like deep into the month. Isn't that funny? Now, let me put you on this box. Put you on the Sarah box. Ad hit has got to be coming up. Well, it doesn't necessarily work that way. These are coming out of Tyranitar boxes. It's not like there's a guaranteed hit in each Tyranitar box. This number 11 is Shahir. All right. Now, where are we? Maybe if I got a Tyranitar box palette, maybe it would work that way, but that's not how it worked. But that also means there could be 2 hits side by side in the boxes as well. So that's just kind of the nature of it. All right, let's see. I watched that anime you suggested, and so far I like it. I need to watch more. Tyler. Well, look at this. It looks like we're pretty close to caught up. This is a donation from Ivan Rodriguez. He says, put it into the, here it is, binder break. That's very generous of you. So that is the binder break Eradicate. I tell you what, instead of it being totally free, I will also donate you something too. So you'll go in here. How about that, Mr. Ivan? Jose number 12, Ivan R. All right, so you're in the 7 Dusenberry break. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for playing my game, Mario. Mr. Ash, before Aquatic Amigos, you opened a pack 1 year ago. Do you have any more opening first edition SpongeBob, your title? I do have those, yes. I have first edition SpongeBob. Do you want to see that? Now, it's not first edition. What it actually... Oh, that was a bunch of dice. Oh, good. They're mostly still in the box. Why do I even have this? I shouldn't have this. I never use it. Shouldn't be over here. It's like everything's crammed into a clown car over here. All right, so honestly, that would be these guys right here. Pretty rare. These are Topps Series 1 SpongeBob. That's what they are. Topps Series 1 SpongeBob. See that? I also have a sealed box of this. I'm open-minded to selling that as well. So SpongeBob, it's a great brand, still going strong, very nostalgic, powerful meme culture on the internet, and we saw a strong response to a more recent Topps Chrome SpongeBob set becoming for sale. Now, these were the first series of Topps SpongeBobs that they printed, and so they're kind of special. And I was thinking of just grading the booster packs, so that's what I was thinking about doing. I just grade the booster packs and sell those, because people might want to hold on to a sealed booster packs of Topps Series 1 SpongeBob. Also, because I'm not really expecting anyone else to bother doing that, and so somebody ought to do it so that, that's preserved. But, so there's probably a price for them, too. If I would like to sell one, we could probably come up with the price. Now, hold on. We have a Mr. Shahir order here. It's a really big one. 27 Prismatic Evolutions. All right, so hold on. Let me envision this. So I need 2 boxes of it. I'll be right back. 2 boxes. Holy schmolies. Holy raviolis. All right, so this is a Mega Shahir order. Let's count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So here's the deal. This is pack 28, and you get that for free if there's no SIR in here, okay? Let's see what we got, guys. Mister, don't forget about my $15. Oh, yes. Before we move on to this, Shahir, Mr. Brett did ask for that. Let me get that done first, okay? Yes, he asked for that before this order. So let's just get that done real fast. So there's that. And I believe that means this is completed. All right, Mr. Brett, one breakpoint pack. Let's service his breakpoint pack, everybody. So this is really valuable, old XY era product. It's Gibble. It's Dale Gribble. He's so cute. It's Chikorita. Looking into like a, what is that, like a portal? Here's Timple. Here's Spritzy. Here's Skrelp. There's Reverse Hollow Seismitoad. I like it. That's very cool. Let's take a closer look. And what's behind him? Ooh, Golduck, but non-hollow. Darn. All right, so here's the Seismitoad. He looks very fancy. What's the next pack break? I haven't chosen one, but I was thinking of just doing another Ancient Origins. That, or we can just go straight to doing another Rocket. Ooh, this Sigilif is cool, too. What is that? There's like a portal or something. So strange. All right. Very nice. Let's place this into your bag, Mr. Brett. Let's see. You're over here. I think when I saw the Seismitoad, my immediate impression was that he was a bit off-center. The Chikorita could be worth grading, as she could be a PSA 10, even though she's a non-hollow. A PSA 10 of that Chikorita could be worth about 80 bucks. It is. Or a tag 10 if it were a great tag. All right, so, wowee. I really haven't had much time to do much with the slabs because we got really busy. Did you guys see that Boo card? Did you see yesterday we sold 2 Mario poker cards, a $70 one and like a $100 one. Now here's one that still remains, Boo. He's great. Let's go ahead and sneak these up. Work was okay. How was work? Tell us about work, Tammy. You got any cool work job? Not jobs. You got any work stories? We want to hear some work stories, Tammy. Let's snip this up. Let's snip this up. Let's snip this up. All right. All right. Let's snip this up. No great work stories, LMAO, just kids not practicing. That's right, because practice is painful, just like work is painful. And so the people who really get good at music are hard workers, and that's why they get to make all the money. That's how the world really operates. Money's kind of like this measure of hard work, isn't it? It's a measure of work. And then even for cool things like playing music, you can't just stand up and play good music. It takes many hours of practice. All of the best musicians, they were like perfectionists, or they just played all day. They played music all day long. They practice. So that's really where profitability comes from, everybody. Profitability, you're either doing something painful, like lifting a heavy log, or you're practicing, and the practice is painful. So playing the violin isn't painful, but practicing it for 1,000 hours is. There we go. All right, let's see what we got. Very fascinating, right, guys? Practice. Here it goes. Let's pray to the pokey gods that something good comes out of here. We're starting out strong with Rescue Board. We're that December tag sub. It's almost 2 months. Here it is. So tag has slowed down, just like PSA, and I imagine BGS, and I'm sure CGC. They've all slowed down. There's a Pokemon frenzy at hand, and card prices are rising. But we got some submissions out, thank heavens, and I'm sure they're going to come back soon and restock us a little bit. Larry's skill. Larry and Larry. Here's Mela. Look at Mela. Okay. Is the Mew break still going? The Heartbreak Mew is still going. It has 10 out of 17 people in it. Also, we have the Jumbo Slab, which features Mewtwo and Mew on it. Okay, ready? Come on, SIR. We're looking for an SIR, everybody. This is Shahir, and he's opening 27 packs of Prismatic. How much for a box of Prismatic? So the Prismatics are right now $15 a pack, I believe. Here's Goldeen. Oops. Here's Glaceon. Here's Friends and Paldea. Almost feels like the centering on the images isn't about right. What time is it though? It's almost 9. Let's take a break here, guys. I'd be happy to open more product, but it is pretty dang late now. We've passed the 3-hour mark, so I think we've caught up to where I wanted to be. Because I said we were going to stream a little later tonight because of no morning time stream, and we started late by mistake. So what we're going to do, we're going to probably wrap up after this a little bit. We are. Tomorrow morning in the morning time stream, the rocket box will go off, the giveaway box. So be there for that morning time stream for one last chance to get into that. Here's Bunnery Pheasantipity. We're still going. Let's see what we got. We got Poopy Tar. Look at that Poopy Tar. So poopy. Here's Groudon. All right. Bunnery Pikachu. All right. Here's Umbreon. Look at that Umbreon. He's nice, but he looks better next to an SIR. Come on, Pokemon. Okay, updated Nikke pack art. Thanks, Timmy. If you could just mention that in Discord. Here's Heatran. I gotta learn to do that pretty soon and take that over. Oh, man. Even just seeing the border of an EX card gets you excited because you're like, is this something other than a Pokeball or Master Ball? Okay, so yeah, Ogre-Pon. Come on, bro. Leafeon and Executor. Okay. All right. Or a God Pack. A God Pack would be nice. How about a God Pack? That'd be really nice after so many packs have been opened. Apple. Look at these. These have print lines in the middle. Wow. My God. Here's Roaring Moon. 2 packs left. Come on, bro. 1. Oh, now we're talking. 1 Master Ball Goldeen. Now we're talking. And 1 Holo Umbreon. I don't know what it is, Shahir's just a really hard set, man. Let me go ahead and open up that bonus pack for you. Okay, grabbing this. Those Master Balls are so shiny. Did I miss my XY Breakpoint pack? Sorry, dealing with work. Hey, yes, we opened that up. You ended up pulling a reverse holo Breakpoint Seismitoad. I can pull that back down if you stick around for a second here. Oh, man, the free pack didn't even have anything. It had Hippopotas. All right, so that was a free pack. And what do I even do now? I feel like I owe you something. The expected value of the product is not as good as the cost of the product. So you get 1 Master Ball Goldeen? Like, bro, I want my money back. Dude, this set's such a ripoff, dude. Look at how many of these stupid trainer cards you pulled. I swear, these replace actual hits. That's got to be how it's working, guys. It can't be a mistake that he's pulled 2 of these guys. How many of these are you going to pull? You're going to pull 1,000 of them. I bet these were supposed to have some like SIRs in it, and there's some kind of factory problem, or maybe somebody stole them or something. You know what I mean? Like that last time, the story of the Moonbreons getting stolen by the one guy probably off the assembly line. That's the luck of the draw. I got to give you some stuff though. Okay, so let me give you some stuff. You're very good to me opening these. I just wish that the RNG of the Pokemon card packs were better to you, because I feel like if you're going to open something cool should pop out. But I do have the ability to give you stuff that I know has some pretty good value. So I'm going to give you something, okay? Give me a second. So I just had these come in. Let's pull you out a couple good ones. There's Yoshi. He's pretty cool. I think I just sold a Yoshi 10 for like 70 bucks. Here's a Chain Chomp. He's kind of fun. And, oh, I like this Cheap. All right. All right, so I'm going to give you these 3 poker cards at least. So you got some cool stuff out of there. All right, and then I'll give you one of these as well. So, you know, I'm the poker cards guy. I got a lot of poker cards all the time, and I'm just giving you some of my stock for free. And it won't be a problem for me. I will be all right on my side. Samurott. It's pretty easy to give somebody something that you have a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Chandelure, Hydreigon. So there you go. Total of 6 free poker cards. Not valueless. It actually adds to your pulls here a bit. Remember, these are gradable. PSA does grade these. And I don't know about the Chandelier and the High Dragon, but the Samurai here actually could have some value in a 10. And will he grade 10? What does that look like? Huh? That's pretty good. And you want to see these up close? Take a look at these. You got Yoshi. Look at that Yoshi. Oh, I can feel myself. I'm getting tired, guys. I'm ready for dinner now, guys. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Haven't eaten since this morning. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that low blood sugar. Time to go have a meal. You are? Or maybe I'm just crashing. Not enough caffeine. Seller message. We have an Edward Cornelio order who says Prismatic English. All right, one Prismatic pack. He's tempting fate, Shahir. He's tempting fate. He says one Prismatic. You know, I think everyone else sees these tough rounds and they go, I'm going to open some of that now. There it is. All right, and we have some hollows. Sorry, Mr. Edward. Edward, how could you? Think about your poor friend Shahir. There we go. He's trying to get the 360 no-scope headshot. But it didn't happen this time. Appreciate the order, Edward. And Jimmy Therese, who says 6 Korean rockets. Hey, what's up, Jimmy Therese? Jimmy, I wanted to tell you. Do we have the Korean rocket? Yes. Oh, but it's only got 2 packs in it. So I wanted to tell you, you have a little more store credit. You have $37 of store credit because we sold another one of your cards in a break. I'm doing consignment breaks now. All right, here we are. I'm doing consignment breaks now. So your consignment card can sell. I think there should be a consignment sales history too. I'm making chimichurri steak. Have a good night, man. Fill your belly. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, snipe like that can happen. Well, we saw Sarah pull that SIR like it was the easiest thing in the world. But we've also seen Shahir go like 200 packs deep and not pull it. So, I don't know. Maybe Sarah's the chosen one. You think about it, Shahir and Sarah have names that are kind of similar. They use very similar letters. Very interesting. Okay, you ready? We've got Goribus. This is for Jimmy Therese. Now, we're all done taking orders. We're not taking new orders. I got to wrap up now, guys. What a great stream. It's been like a marathon. You guys have been keeping me busy. So busy. Oh, my gosh. I didn't have a chance to work on the slabs. I didn't have a chance to work on the binder break that much. We were just busy from beginning to end. There it is, Jimmy. Nothing crazy popping out this time. It should be in this JI box. Nothing crazy popping out this time. Gosh, I got so much to do, too. I want to get this submission done, but I'm so tired. See, I'm so tired, I want to go take a break. But I should go work on a submission. Yeah, looks like we're done. Let's grab this. What are we at? We're sitting at 12. So we'll hand out the rest of those tomorrow. Join us tomorrow for the morning time stream. If you're not sure what time that is, smash the subscribe button and YouTube will just tell you when I go live. Okay, I'll see you guys there. We got so much more stuff. We got these wonderful Nikke packs now. Those are new on the menu. They seemed pretty good from the 2 boxes we opened, okay? So we'll see how it goes from there. All right, see you later, everyone.